Live from the Maverick Center in West Valley City, it's Utah Grizzlies Hockey, as it's the first of a three-game series between the Grizzlies and the Wheeling Nailers. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's the first of three meetings between the clubs this season. It's the first time the Wheeling Nailers have ever been to Maverick Center. The Grizzlies previously played 9 different times at West Banco Arena, and the last of that was a game that featured a goalie fight. Wheeling did win 7-0, but Kevin Carr got in a fight with Wheeling goaltender Francois Brassard. That was February 28th of 2021. So it's not, you're talking about two teams that aren't familiar with each other. However, there is one familiar name on the Wheeling side, and that's the Rooster, Jordan Martell, who's been red hot as he's got 12 goals in his last 12 games. Martell, in only 24 games for Wheeling, has 16 goals, which lead the Nailers. So it's going to be an interesting one here this afternoon, or this evening, as the Grizzlies are going to be relying on Brandon Cutler. He scored the overtime game-winning assist last Saturday, and really it was an exciting game last Saturday as the Grizzlies won 6-5. Brett Stapley had 2 goals and 1 assist. Grizzlies, for the second straight Saturday, got an overtime power play, and for the second straight Saturday, they converted on that overtime power play. Brandon Cutler ended up getting the game winner on February 4th at Tulsa. And last Saturday, it was Nathan Burke who got a pass from Brandon Cutler out in front of the net, and Burke put it away. And that gave Utah a 6-5 victory. Dante Januzzi was busy that night, stopping 45 of 50. Dante will be in net for the Grizzlies once again this evening. He'll be going up against Wheeling's Taylor Goche, who's been one of the hottest goaltenders as of late in the league. Well, we'll see if the Grizzlies can find a way to end the Wheeling 12-game winning streak, as Wheeling is going for a franchise record. The 12 straight victories are tied for a team record, and Wheeling is going for the record all by itself here tonight at Maverick Center in the first of a weekend series. It's Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. A lot of Grizzlies employees wearing a white shirt for Grizzlies Fight Cancer Night, and really Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend that spans today and tomorrow. And the Grizzlies, for the next 2 days, today and tomorrow, will be wearing specialty jerseys for the occasion. So certainly a good atmosphere here, and it looks like a good crowd here settled in here on a Friday night as fans are filing in. I hear there's a little bit of rain/snow mixed into the West Valley area, but if you're over here in the West Valley area, come on down to Maverick Center, enjoy some Grizzlies hockey with us. If not, we got the game right here on YouTube for the audio feed and Flow Sports, the exclusive streaming provider of the ECHL. When we come back, we'll talk about some of the Grizzlies players who have been hot as of late, and we'll also preview the Wheeling Nailers, just what exactly has gone right for them during their 12-game winning streak. We're in business on a Friday night, and you're listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our families' tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice, more amazing food, more value, from huge breakfasts to delicious lunches and hearty dinners. Black Bear Diner has more for you. So get more when you want it, the way you want it, and get it today.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies Hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. It's the first of a 3-game set. Don't forget, Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend is today and tomorrow. On Monday, it's going to be a special 3:10 start, and the Grizzlies will be wearing Marvel superhero-themed specialty jerseys. I think it's going to be the Spider-Man theme, as the jerseys might be a little bit similar as to what Tulsa wore against Utah on their Marvel Day, which was on February 4th. As for the Grizzlies, they've done a great job protecting home ice. In fact, they have won 6 of their last 7 games at home. The Grizz have been red hot as they are 7-2-1 over their last 10 games. And they've been led by Brandon Cutler, who has 21 goals this season. He scored a goal this past Saturday. In fact, he was the Optum first goal of the game scorer in Utah's 6-5 overtime victory. Cutler leads the team in goals as well as power play goals with 5. He also leads the club with 4 game-winning goals, and he also leads the team with 175 shots on goal. Cutler's been outstanding. So is Brett Stapley, who has 5 goals in his last 5 games. He scored 2 goals and 1 assist last Saturday in the 6-5 victory. Kyle Mayhew's been one of the best rookie defensemen in the league, to nickname him the Ghost. According to the off-ice officials on Saturday, he got credited with 0 assists and a +4 rating. Well, looks like they went back, looked at the stats, and Kyle Mayhew ended up with 4 assists. All 4 of them were missed by the off-ice officials over in Boise. So Kyle Mayhew now has 7 goals and 23 assists on the season. The 30 points are second best in the league among all league rookie defensemen. Only Johnny Tykonik, the outstanding defenseman for Newfoundland, has more points. So watch out for Kyle Mayhew. He'll be wearing number 27. He'll be wearing one of those shields in front of his face to protect it. That's going to be the case with Brandon Cutler, as Cutler got hit in the face with a puck during morning skate. And so he got a lot of stitches. He'll be in the lineup tonight, though, but he'll be wearing one of those college shields. Out of the Grizzlies lineup is going to be Adam Berg, who's been red hot. In fact, Berg has a point in 5 straight games, and he'll be out of the Grizzlies lineup. There were a few roster changes over the last couple days. We'll talk about that here shortly. As the Grizzlies take on the Wheeling Nailers, who have won 12 in a row. In fact, let's get to some of the roster moves that were made earlier today. In fact, let's go back to yesterday when Keone Teixeira, the talented defenseman for the Grizzlies, he was loaned to the AHL San Jose Barracuda. He was a scratch in last night's game. We'll see if Teixeira ends up playing for San Jose here later this weekend. And so because of that, the Grizzlies needed to go out and find a defenseman, as with Teixeira out and last Saturday, Josh Wesley getting reassigned to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. The Grizzlies were just down to 5 healthy defensemen. So earlier today, they went and signed Cody Corbett. Corbett is a defenseman in this league. He's also a veteran, as he's played about 300 professional games. Corbett has 95 games of AHL experience and 187 games of experience in this league, as he used to play with Fort Wayne, Colorado, South Carolina, Idaho, Atlanta, Allen, and Kalamazoo. So this will be his 8th different ECHL team. He last played with Kalamazoo in the 2021-22 season. That year with Kalamazoo, he was a dependable defenseman, and he'll be wearing number 23, which is the jersey that used to be worn by J.C. Campagna. Earlier today, Campagna was released. He had 1 goal and 4 assists in 12 games with Utah. And also earlier today, the Grizzlies picked up a couple players from the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Alex Bocage is back in a Grizzlies uniform, and he'll be wearing number 26 tonight. This will be his 5th game of the season, which makes him postseason eligible. For Bocage, he had 1 goal and 3 assists in 4 games, he played in all 3 games against Rapid City in late January, and he also played in the road game against Kansas City on January 30th. Bocage, one of those guys, got an outstanding shot, and he could be a lethal scoring threat for the Grizzlies. Bocage has 20 shots in 4 games with Utah this season. Grizzlies also picked up a goaltender, as Arvid Holm was reassigned to the Grizzlies from the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Holm is in his 3rd season as a pro. He's got a 1-year NHL entry-level deal with the Colorado Avalanche. Holm had struggled a little bit with the Colorado Eagles this season. He played 9 games with the Eagles this year, and he got reassigned to the Grizzlies. It's possible we'll see Holm a little bit later on in this series. But tonight it's going to be Dante Januzzi in net. Dante this past Saturday stopped 45 of 50. He'll be going up against Trevor Gorche. Gorche has a record of 18-11 this season. He's got 3 shutouts, and he's been one of the best goaltenders in the league. It's going to be interesting seeing the Wheeling Nailers for the first time ever here at Maverick Center. The Grizzlies did play 9 previous games over a many-year stretch over at West Banco Arena. When we come back, we'll preview tonight's matchup. We'll give you the starting lineups for both teams, and we'll talk about what's been going right for Wheeling during their 12-game winning streak. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Welcome back to Maverick Center. I'm Tyson Whiting. Face off in about 10 minutes from now as the Grizzlies take on the Wheeling Nailers. Wheeling is on a 12-game winning streak, which is time for a franchise record. They're going for the team record this evening. The winning streak started on January 19th at Iowa. Before the winning streak, they were just a 500 team. They had a record of 16, 1, and 1, but they've won 12 in a row, including 6 against Reading. And over the last 12 games, it's been Jordan Martell that's been the star of stars. Over his last 12 games, he has 18 points, 12 goals, and 6 assists. He's also taken 35 shots during the winning streak, which means he has 12 goals on 35 shots over his last 12 games, and he's also a plus 16 during the Nailers winning streak. So watch out for Jordan Martell. He wore number 27 for the Grizzlies. He is wearing number 51 for the Nailers. 5 of the 12 games on the winning streak have been decided by 1 goal. So Wheeling's done a good job winning close games. They've also won some games via blowout as well. And Wheeling's done a great job defensively. They've only allowed 2 goals in their last 3 games. And a lot of that is to the credit of Taylor Gorche, who's the goaltender. Gorche is on an NHL entry-level contract with the Pittsburgh Penguins. He is just 23 years old. In fact, he just turned 23 yesterday. Wheeling came in on Wednesday evening, got adjusted to the altitude, got a practice in around the University of Utah campus, and it should be an interesting one. Wheeling's wearing a white jersey. They've got similar colors to the Pittsburgh Penguins, a little bit of black and gold mixed in, and it'll be interesting to see what they look like. They are led by fourth-year head coach Derek Army, and Mitch Jaguar is the assistant coach. For Army, it's his 4th season as head coach, and for Mitch Jaguar, it's his 1st as Wheeling's assistant coach. Let's get to the starting lineups. First for the visiting Wheeling Nailers, who have a record of 28, 16, 1, and 1 on the year. They've been a pretty good team on the road. They are 13, 8, and 1 on the road. They are 15, 8, 0, and 1 at home. And they are led by Taylor Gorche, who's going to get the start in net. This will be his 31st appearance. He's got a record of 18, 11, 0, and 1 with 3 shutouts, a 2.29 goals against average, and 921 save percentage. The starting defensive pairing for Wheeling, David Drake, number 5. He's got a plus 22 rating and 2 goals and 15 assists in 41 games. He'll be paired up with Timo Nickel. Nickel wearing number 82. His last name is spelled Nickl. He's also a plus 22 this season, so he's been paired up, it looks like, exclusively with David Drake. Nickel's going to be wearing number 82. Nailers are going with 11 forwards and 6 defensemen tonight. We will also see Sebastian Dervin wearing number 6. Dervin has 1 goal in 27 games. We will also see Louis Rail, who's got 5 assists in 33 games. Justin Lee, number 32. He's been one of their best and most dependable defensemen. In fact, Lee was a college teammate at the University of Denver with Brett Stapley and Kyle Mayhew. Those 3 were part of the 2022 National Championship Club. And we'll also see Isaac Bellevue. He's going to be wearing number 78. He's a plus 17 on the season. So not a lot of familiar names on the Wheeling roster. Not a lot of guys that have previous experience either with the Grizzlies or playing against the Grizzlies. The 2 starting defensemen are David Drake and Timo Nickel. Starting forwards, Tanner Laderoute. Wearing number 9. He's one of those guys who just plays hard each and every shift. Laderoute, in 41 games, has 16 goals and 20 assists. Matthew Coursera, wearing number 13, QUERCIA. He's got a plus 13 rating and 9 goals and 15 assists in 44 games. He'll be wearing number 13. And Jordan Martell, who's very familiar to Grizzlies fans. He had 6 goals with Utah earlier this season. He has 18 with Wheeling overall this season. In 40 games, he's got 24 goals and 13 assists and a plus 12 rating. So it looks like the top forward line for Wheeling, that gets the start with Tanner Laderoute, Matthew Coursera, and Jordan Martell. Also watch out for Peter Laviolette, who's the son of the New York Rangers head coach of the same name, Peter Laviolette. This one is the 3rd. He was actually born in Wheeling, West Virginia, and that was the year that his father, Peter Laviolette, coached the Wheeling Nailers. It was Peter Laviolette's first season as a professional coach after a stellar playing career. Once again, the starting defensive pairing is David Drake and Timo Nickel. We will see the forward line of Tanner Latteroot, Matthew Corsera, and Jordan Martell. Grizzlies wearing a specialty jersey both today and tomorrow. In fact, you can bid on those specialty jerseys the Grizzlies are wearing tonight on the Dash Auction app. It's a purple jersey with white numbers in the back, white lettering, and a lot of names towards the bottom of the jersey of those that have either passed due to cancer or have beaten cancer or are fighting the disease currently. Starting in net's going to be Dante Januzzi. This will be his 24th appearance this season. He's got a record of 10-13 with one shutout, a 3.41 goals against average, and .899 save percentage. Januzzi is backed up by the newest Grizzly, Arvid Holm. And Will Cranley is the third goaltender. Starting defensive pairing, the University of Denver product, Kyle Mayhew, who's got 7 goals and 23 assists this season. He had 4 assists and was a +4 this past Saturday against Idaho. So it's going to be Kyle Mayhew paired up with Robbie Stucker. Stucker's making his third appearance in a Grizzlies uniform. He was acquired in a trade for Dakota Raby just 8 days ago. So Mayhew and Stucker, the starting defensive pairing. You also see the newest Grizzly, Cody Corbett, wearing number 23. He played with Kalamazoo a couple years ago. Jacob Semick and Jordan Stone are also going to be on the defensive line. And Quinn Wickers playing against his former team. Wickers played in 3 games for Wheeling earlier this season. Starting forwards for the Grizzlies, Brett Stapley. He's got 5 goals in his last 5 games. He'll be in there wearing number 7. Mick Messner wearing number 10. He's got 11 goals and 13 assists in 46 games. And Brandon Cutler, who's got his face covered up with a shield. He got hit with a puck in morning skate. Cutler leads the Grizzlies with 21 goals this season. So starting forward line is Stapley, Messner, and Cutler. Forward scratches are Dean Yakura, Adam Berg, and Cody Caron. Watch out for Alex Bocage, who's making his return to the Grizzlies lineup after a stint in the AHL with the Colorado Eagles. Bocage is making his 5th appearance for Utah. He'll be wearing number 26. The other forwards include Cole Gallant as well as Nathan Burke. Burke had the overtime game winner this past Saturday. Of course, the Iron Man Tyler Penner will be in there. He's got 8 goals in 46 games. We will also see Aaron Aragon, who's got 10 goals overall and 8 in a Grizzlies uniform. We also see Dylan Fitz, who has 8 goals and 10 assists this season. And Max Neal making his 3rd appearance in a Grizzlies uniform. Neal is scoreless in 2 games. He played earlier this season at the University of Waterloo. Well, the lights are out. It looks like a good crowd is filing in here on a Friday night. Wheeling's in a white jersey with black numbers and gold trim. Grizzlies and the specialty jerseys. You can bid on the Dash Auction app right now. When we come back, we'll have face-off here at Maverick Center. It's the Grizzlies and the Nailers coming up next on the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Stop in for our Founders Celebration Sale and save up to $150 on select sets of Ford tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1950.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. So get more. And get it today.
Black Bear Diner.
Expectations here will always remain high, and we'll continue to find a way.
Guys put together a lot of good games, you know.
It's a great night for hockey as two big standings points are on the line as the Utah Grizzlies take on the Wheeling Nailers in the first of a three-game series. Tonight and tomorrow is Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend presented by Mountain Land Supply Companies. The Grizzlies are wearing specialty jerseys. You can bet on the Dash Auction app right now. And you can bet on those specialty jerseys as Grizzlies look sharp here tonight. And they'll wear the jerseys again tomorrow. It's pretty similar to what the Grizzlies had last season. It looks like there's a little bit more purple mixed in. The numbers are white with a little bit of a black outline. And the letters on the back of the jersey are also white. Starting in net's going to be Dante Januzzi. Well, he was outstanding on Saturday, stopping 45 of 50. Januzzi is wearing number 73. He's got long hair that he's shaking back and forth as he gets his hair a little bit wet. Starting forwards are Brett Stapley, Mick Messner, and Brandon Cutler. Over the last couple weeks, it's been Adam Berg matched up with Stapley and Cutler. Berg is a scratch tonight. He'll probably be back in the lineup once again tomorrow. Starting defensive pairing is Robbie Stucker and Kyle Mayhew, as Utah over the last week has lost a couple defensemen as Josh Wesley and Keone Teixeira each got called up to the AHL. Starting in net for the Wheeling Nailers is Taylor Gauthier. Gauthier wearing number 33. He's got 18 wins this year and a goals against average of 2.29 as he's been one of the best goalies in the league. He is just 23 years old. In fact, he had a birthday yesterday. And he's got an NHL entry-level deal with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Ryan Kanasowicz, a third-year head coach, looks on. He's assisted by Christian Horn. Off the draw, it's going to be Matthew Corsia taking the draw against Brett Stapley. Grizzlies skate from right to left as we see it from high top section 114 as the Grizzlies win the draw. Mayhew gets it across to Stucker, the big 6'3 defenseman. Diagonal pass to the left, connects for Stapley. He'll skate over the line. He'll veer it over to the right. Messner, one-timer, saved by Gauthier. As Grizzlies get their first shot 13 seconds in as the puck hippity hops on its way back to neutralize. As Cutler will backhand it in as the Nailers get it towards the near boards. It goes towards LaRoute, and he trying to get towards Martel in the near circle. It's taken away by Dylan Fitz. Make that Quinn Wickers. Wickers a former Nailer. Right wing pass connects. Grizzlies righty shot saved by Gauthier. Rebound goes to Jarrett Lee, number 12. Lee skates up ice with good speed. He crosses center ice. Grizzlies back defensively. He steps over the line, does Lee, as he gets around a defenseman and throws it to the far corner. As the Nailers will bounce it to the near side, where it's taken by number 10, David Jankowski, but he'll lose it over to the point. It's kept in by Davis Buns, who feeds it to the far side. Now it goes out of the zone as Wheeling at center ice will lift it back in. As the puck skips off the end boards on one hop of the ice, it goes to Cody Corbett. His Grizzlies debut is the 8th different team he's played on. Over to Burke, who steps over the line. Right side, lefty shot. Saved by Gauthier. Rebound goes to Wheeling as the Nailers skating from left to right. Move it ahead. Jankowski crosses center. He'll diagonal it out to the right side. Righty shot. Glove saved by Januzzi. That shot was taken by Louis Rell. He's still looking for his first goal this season. Rell, a defenseman that's 5'10 and 175 pounds. He has 5 assists in 33 games. Everybody make your pick for the Optum first goal of the game as to who's going to score first for Utah. I don't know. I'm going with the Iron Man, Tyler Penner. Penner will take the draw. He's got Fitz to his left and Aaron Aragon to his right. As Grizzlies in the specialty jerseys. Dre's draw is going to be in the near circle of Utah's zone. We're just settling in here on a Friday night. Good crowd is settling in. Grizzlies have averaged about 7,000 over the last 9 home games as it's won by the Nailers near corner as Wheeling gets pushed along the near glass and the puck goes to Aragon, who backhands it to center ice. It goes between the legs of Beaulieu as Fitz steps over the line. Beaulieu hits him along the far wing boards. It goes out to neutral ice. And actually, it's back in the Naylor zone as Wheeling, as Boulevou, Isaac's his first name. He's a plus 17 this season. He'll throw out to the far side as the Naylor's cross center ice. Diagonal pass connects. Laviolette right side, lefty shot. And the blocker saved by Januzzi. And the puck goes back towards Laviolette wearing number 11. He gets poked away by Semick. Puck goes to the far corner, bounced off of Addison as the Grizzlies diagonal out towards Penner. He'll tap it off the near glass. The Grizzlies make a full line change. Addison chasing after it. Boomhauer. Boomhauer gets hit by a Grizzly. Now it goes to center ice, and the Nailers dump it in. Does number 82, Timo Nickel, one of 6 defensemen for the Nailers tonight. As Grizzlies near side, Mayhew spins it ahead. Puck goes into the Grizzlies zone, stays in. Right side, righty shot, kick saved by Januzzi. That shot was taken by Michael McChesney, who was signed by the Nailers earlier today. Puck off the end boards. Mayhew will skip it across as Grizzlies will tap it off the near glass. Nickel keeps it in, and so rolled along the boards. Stucker chases after it, far side. He'll push it ahead to Addison, who crosses center ice. Addison gets back checked, but he's able to dump it off of Davis Buns, and it goes deep into the Naylor zone as Wheeling has it. We're about 3 minutes in, still no score. As the puck skips out to the Utah line, it's one-handed. Martell chases after it, and Januzzi will brush it towards the near side. Martell delivers a big hit on Dylan Fitz. As Stapley battles with 2 Nailers along the near wall. Puck skips towards the middle as Cutler will bounce it to the near side for Messner. Gets it brushed away at center ice. Now it goes to Stapley, who steps in. Stapley across to Messner. Backhand shot. Kick saved by Gauthier. And the puck goes to Wheeling as they'll skeet towards the near corner. Messner delivers a hit on Buns as the Nailers throw out to the right side. Wheeling crosses center ice. They'll throw it to the right circle. Starting pass shot. It's a post. As the Nailers were looking for Justin Lee, he got it down the middle. He took a lefty shot and it hit the crossbar and flew out of play. 16:27 left in the first. We're just getting started, so grab some chips and dip and a beverage of your choice and enjoy a little bit of Friday with us. As Lee was all alone down the middle, his lefty shot just lifted a little bit too much as it did get over Januzzi and rattled off the crossbar. Draws in the near circle, David Jankowski will take it. For Utah, it's going to be Cole Gallant. Gallant wins the draw. It goes to the near corner as Mayhew battles with Matt Koopman, number 36. Puck rolls towards the left point. Wheeling dumps it in deep as Koopman gets pushed by Mayhew. Koopman to the far side, just outside the circle, stops, reverses back towards the corner. He'll throw it to the far goal line as the puck plays Plinko a little bit. Slot lefty shot saved by Januzzi. That shot was taken by Koopman, who has 10 goals this season. Gallant 2-on-2 as the puck goes towards the middle. Utah gets it. Stucker will slide it towards Burke, who diagonals it to the right. It glanced off a Wheeling stick as the Nailers push it out to center. Koopman re-enters from the right side. He'll skeet towards his left. Lefty shot. Bounced off a teammate. It looked like it bounced off of Jarrett Lee. Koopman gets bounced off the far wing boards. Now left wing shot saved by Januzzi in the butterfly position as the puck goes back to Utah as they'll backhand it to center ice as the puck hippity hops between the legs of David Drake. He'll get it in front of Gorche. Now he'll settle behind the Wheeling net. 4.5 minutes in, still no score. Wheeling's taken 4 shots. Grizzlies have 3. As Drake starts the attack, he'll feed it to the near side. It goes to Nickel. Diagonal pass connects as Laviolette skeets towards the far corner. He gets around Corbett. Corbett wearing number 23, and he'll shovel it towards the near side. It goes to Aragon, who gets the center ice. He gets cut off by Nickel and gets divorced in the puck to Aragon as Drake will drop it off near corner deep in the Naylor zone. They skate from left to right as we see it from high top section 114 as they feed it to the left side. Blue line to blue line pass, taps off a Dervin's stick. It goes deep in the Grizzlies zone. Semick will brush it out towards Fitz. Fitz will saucer it out to center ice. The puck skips towards the Wheeling blue line. As Nailers get it across the Buns, they'll move it ahead. As the Nailers cross center ice, Dervin loses it, and he gets a good shoulder from Max Neal. Both guys were number 6. Semick in the near circle will zip it out towards Fitz, who has a tap off his stick, but no, according to the linesman, it didn't catch Fitz. And so icing is on Utah with 14:37 left in the first. So draw comes back towards Dante Januzzi. Wheeling is averaging 3.6 goals per game. They allow 2.9. Looks like Wheeling, in terms of the shot count, has been just about even. They take 30.7 shots per game, and they allow 29. Draws in the far circle. Matthew Corsera will take it. He wins it as Martell slot righty shot is blocked away. It goes to Fitz. Fitz gets a new try, so tapping off a Martell stick. Goes back to Wheeling at their blue line. They'll move it off of Addison's stick. The puck glides on its side towards Januzzi, who covers up. And we get a whistle with 14:24 left in the first. The Wheeling player is holding his face as if he were hit with a high stick. Looks like no penalties. There hasn't been a penalty called so far. Neither team is stellar in the special teams department, so I think both teams are kind of like a game that has few power plays and few penalty kills either side. Coursera will take the draw. He's got a plus 13 rating and 9 goals and 15 assists in 44 games. He's got good size at 6'3" and 218 pounds. Max Neal will take the draw for Utah. It looks like the linesman waiting to drop the puck. The referee tonight is Marc-Olivier Faneuf. The linesmen are Tyler Keston and Andrew Collins. Draw one by Wheeling, but it goes between the defensive pairing, and Justin Lee gets it. No relation to Jarrett Lee, his teammate. Neutral zone shot, saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes out to Kyle Mayhew as he'll zip it out to center ice. It goes past Bocage on to Justin Lee. So he'll toss it ahead. Nailers and Grizzlies territory. Right wing pass towards Laderoute. Laderoute in the near side. Gets pushed by Mayhew as Laderoute skates towards the far side. He's strong with the puck, but loses it as Mayhew threw him down. As Stapley slides ahead to Mayhew. Mayhew steps over the line, stops in front of the right circle, centers it out in front, goes wide. As Messner was looking for Max Neal. Nailers will tap it off the near boards. It goes to center ice. It goes past Stucker, chases after it. No icing as the Nailers make a full line change. Grizzlies switch up forwards. We're about 6.5 minutes in, still no score. As Grizzlies toss to the far side, Stapley at center ice gets it, and he fakes it towards Wicker. Stapley down the middle as he gets it taken away. Wheeling's got numbers 3-on-2. Jankowski moves it ahead as the Nailers skate in. Shot! Saved by Januzzi. As Jarrett Lee just skated down the middle, he had a breakaway, took a lefty shot, but Januzzi made a glove save. 13:24 left in the first period, still no score. Wheeling has outshot Utah 6-3. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. From huge breakfasts to delicious lunches and hearty dinners. Black Bear Diner has more for you. So get more when you want it, the way you want it, and get it today.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner.
Now we're still early on here in the first of 2 games during Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend, which is today and tomorrow. No score. Wheeling's outshot Utah 6-3. Draws in the far circle. Brett Stapley will take it against Jarrett Lee. Lee looks like he's got outstanding speed, 5'11", 172 pounds. He's been active for the Nailers so far. Wheeling wins the draw, far side. Left wing shot goes wide as it got redirected out in front of the crease. As the Nailers near corner couldn't get the bouncing puck, does Matt Koopman. As Grizzlies slide it ahead, puck goes to the right point, cut off by Lee. He'll feed it towards Koopman. Sharp angle shot hits the side of the net from the near side as Stapley skates around Januzzi's net. Stapley, the second-year pro, former draft pick of Montreal, will backhand it ahead. It goes to Messner, left side, lefty shot. Saved by Gorche. Rebound out in front, gets kicked towards the near corner as a Grizzly player goes down. Cutler gets the puck near goal line, gets it up top for Mayhew. Mayhew with a lefty shot. And it glides off of Lee's stick and flies out of play off the protective netting. As Mayhew tapped it off of Jarrett Lee's stick, and Lee looks like he's been a strong forward presence for the Nailers early on. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. We're still early on. 12:49 left in the first period. Grizzlies have allowed quite a few shots as of late. They allowed 50 to Idaho on Saturday in the 6-5 overtime victory. Grizzlies have won 6 of their last 7 home games. As Cole Gallant will take the drives out there with Alex Bocage in the left wing and Nathan Burke in the right. Up top is Mayhew and Robbie Stucker. Laderoute will take the draw for Wheeling, and he loses the draw as the puck glances towards the near circle, goes to the left side. Burke along the near wing boards, takes a shot, and it's blocked by Coursera. As Burke on the right wing, lefty shot, kick saved by Gorche. Rebound goes to the far corner. Coursera will throw it back to the corner he vacated for Nickel. As Nickel gets a good shoulder from a Grizzly. Now it goes to Utah, who taps it back to neutral ice. Utah chases after it. Stucker gets it, the Utah blue line. As the Grizzlies skate from right to left during the first period, they'll throw it around Utah's net to Mayhew as he pushes ahead to Gallant. Gallant over to Burke on the left side across center ice. Burke tried to dump it in and bounced off the linesman as the Nailers will clear it out to center ice near the bench area. Wheeling chips it towards the middle, line of route. Slot, righty shot is blocked by Wickers. Wickers played in 3 games with Wheeling earlier this year as he was in the trade for Martel. As Burke at neutral ice will get it back towards Wickers over to Burke, far side, as he'll chip it towards Semick, who moves it around Utah's net towards Wickers. Wickers will tap it to center ice. Bocage will backhand it towards the Grizzlies bench to Semick, who gains center ice, and he'll throw it in as the puck bounces on its side as it hippity-hops deep in the Wheeling zone as the Nailers skating from left to right. As Justin Lee will push it to his left. Nailers cross center ice. They lose the puck as they were trying to enter the offensive zone. Mayhew couldn't clear it out. The puck goes to the slot. Lefty shot is blocked away about 5 feet in front of Januzzi. Grizzlies get it towards the far side. Fitz will push it ahead and chase after it, but it goes towards Justin Lee, the first-year pro out of the University of Denver. Grizzlies in the attack zone as Penner over towards Fitz as he glides towards the left point. Fitz backhands it around the net as Aragon on the far side gets it. Aragon fires towards the net, and it's blocked away by Penner's skate as Jarrett Lee will move it ahead as the Nailers will push it towards neutral ice. Grizzlies play it, and they were able to make a change as Burke gets high-sticked by Laviolette. Burke fires it towards Aragon. Backhand shot goes wide, and it's touched up by the Nailers as Nathan Burke got hit with a high stick from the far side as he was entering the zone. And so Utah will get the power play for the first time tonight with 10:51 left in the first. It looks like it's going to be 4 minutes as Burke was able to draw blood. Double minor for high sticking. And going to the box is number 11, Peter Laviolette III. He's got 1 goal and 2 assists in 26 games. The big guy at 6'4" and 210 pounds as he hit Burke with a high stick, and Burke must have drawn blood. So it's a 4-minute penalty. Marc-Olivier Phaneuf talking with Derek Army, the Wheeling head coach. And looks like Burke drew blood. Draw's going to be in the near circle. Cutler will take the face-off. He's got Fitz to his left. To his right is Bocage, and up top is Mayhew and Stapley. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Mayhew over to Stapley, right side. Stapley at the point. Will throw it to the far corner. Fitz gets the puck, and he'll spin it towards the near side for Bocage near the boards. He'll brush it up top for Mayhew. He'll skate towards his right and direct it to Stapley at the right point as he gets over to Cutler up top towards Mayhew. Mayhew to Bocage. He fakes a one-timer, gets to the right side for Stapley. Over to Bocage. One-timer kick saved by Gorche. Rebound goes back towards Bocage, who feeds up top for Mayhew. Mayhew in the high slot. Takes a lefty shot. Saved by Gorche as the puck kicks towards the far side. And clearing it out is Matthew Corsia. Januzzi plays it behind his net. 3:22 left in the power play. Double minor for high sticking. As Mayhew gets to center ice, he gets pushed in the back by number 9, Tanner LaRue. As Mayhew drops off for Cutler, who enters the zone. Cutler gets up top to Stapley, who keeps it in. Stapley on the right side. Skates towards the circle. Drops it off for Cutler, who gets it back to Stapley, who's along the far wing wall. He gets to Mayhew, high slot over to Bocage. One-timer kick saved by Gorche as the puck skips towards Mayhew. Couldn't keep it in. As Mayhew gets it center ice, Grizzlies reset. As Mayhew will push it towards Bocage on the right side. Bocage crosses center ice. Now he steps over the blue line as he gets around Lee. As Bocage tried to center it to Stapley, Wheeling picks it off, and they'll sail it all the way into the Grizzlies zone. This play starting to get physical halfway through the first period. Both teams make a line change. 2.5 minutes left in the Utah power play. He's taking the puck is Robbie Stucker. Stucker starts the attack skating from right to left. So he'll push it back towards Utah. Grizz cross center. Gallant over towards Burke. Pass behind him. Taken by Max Neal at the Utah blue line. Neal wearing number 6 will backhand it across to Stucker. Stucker's at the Utah goal line. Now he'll skate down the middle. As he's got Messner cutting behind him. Stucker crosses center ice. He'll push it ahead. As Neal is skating back towards the near board. Stucker gets blasted in the near side. Neal will spin it around to the right point. Cut off by Gallant, who skates slowly towards the far corner. Now he gets it back to Burke. Over to Gallant. Gallant's in the far corner. Will brush it towards Neal. Gets hit by Nickel. Sorry, pass up to Burke. He'll take a shot. He scores! Nathan Burke gets his 16th of the year, and the Grizzlies have taken a 1-0 lead. Boy, the puck was over on the far side, just kind of brushed out in front of the net to a wide-open Nathan Burke. Because there was 1:57 left in the double minor, Laviolette comes out of the box as they had started the second half of the double minor. As it was Neal behind the net and kind of got tapped by Messner. Messner looked like he took a shot that bounced off of Gorche, and then Burke got the rebound and deposited it in the back of the net. So Burke's going to get the goal. Looks like Messner and Neal are probably going to get the assist. Utah leads 1-0. We're back to skating 5-on-5 as Nathan Burke is the Optum first goal of the game score. He's second on the club with 16 goals. Grizzlies cross center ice. Aragon dumps it in. Gorche will backhand it towards the near wing boards as the Nailers sell it across. As Beaulieu pushes out to the Rooster. Martel crosses center ice left wing. He'll spin it along the boards as Wheeling gets cut off by Penner. And as Wickers gets pushed by LaRoute and moves it ahead. Arm is raised by the referee. And it looks like it's going to be on Utah. Well, let's see. Wickers got held up with number 28, Louis Rail. It looks like it's Wickers going to the box. 2 minutes for holding. Wickers doesn't like the call, but he's going to go to the box. 11-12 into the first. Nathan Burke gave Utah a 1-0 lead. It was assisted by Cole Gallant and Mick Messner. Wheeling's power play this season is 18.7%. Grizzlies PK 72.4%. And it looked like Rail was trying to skate up towards the Wheeling zone. He got held up by Wickers. David Jankowski will take the draw. And draw one by Wheeling as Bellevue skates towards his left. He'll drop it off for Jarrett Lee. Lee gets over to the right side. Now goes back over towards Justin Lee. As he'll skate towards a point. Now he'll feed it over to the left side. Martel, one-timer, saved by Januzzi. Martel gets it back. He'll throw it to the far corner. Now he get it back to Martel, wearing number 51. He'll slide it up top for Justin Lee. Across to Beaulieu, bobble the puck, but keeps it in. Now over to Martel. One-timer goes wide. As Martel fired away from the far circle. Justin Lee, right side, lefty shot, saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes to Messner. He clears it out. Grizzlies make a line change. 1:20 left in the Wheeling power play. As Beaulieu skates around his net, he'll fake to his right. Now drop it off towards Martel. He gets the neutral ice. Martel crosses center. He skates down the middle into the zone. He gets around Jordan Stone. Martel collides with Stone, who gives him a good shoulder. Justin Lee out towards LaRoute, right side. LaRoute up top towards Jankowski. Across to Martel is now at the left point. Martel skates towards his right. As he fakes a shot, he keeps it, reverses field. Now he gets it back over to Beaulieu. Beaulieu, high slot, drops it off for Martel. He slides across towards Justin Lee, who couldn't reach it. Lee gets it off the near boards. So he'll tap it around the wall. Martel in the far corner will brush it back towards LaRue, trying to kick it down the middle towards Jankowski. And the pass goes wide. As Aragon gets the center ice, he'll throw it in. Grizzlies make a full line change, and we get a whistle as looks like Martel got hit. Martel is laying at center ice near the Grizzlies bench, and he's going to limp towards the box as he's yelling at the Grizzlies bench. As the Nailers gain the offensive line, now they backhand it out in front. It's picked off by Utah, and Jacob Semick will fly it all the way towards Gorche. 15 seconds left in the power play. As Davis Buns gets the center ice, he'll push it to his left. Nailers gain the line, far side. He'll get it across the nickel now up top for Buns. Buns slides it to his left. As the Nailers over in the left wing get it back up top for Buns. Buns over to the right side. Now back towards nickel. One-timer goes wide from the right wing. As Wickers is out of the box. Successful penalty kill for the Grizzlies. They lead 1-0. Nickel near side collides with Wickers. The puck drifts towards the near corner. It's Mayhew bouncing off a Naylor skate. It goes to Wickers. Utah lifts it high into the air. General push in a mild arc, and the old biscuit rolls towards Gorche. As Grizzlies make a line change, less than 6 minutes left in the first. Wheeling will lift it into Januzzi as the puck glides off the end boards. Robbie Stucker skates around Januzzi's net towards the far side. He'll push it out to Stapley. He'll backhand it towards the right side. Cutler roll tapping off the far boards. It glides towards the near side in the corner deep in the Nailers zone. As they try to center it out in front, does Cutler towards Stapley, and it's picked off by number 38. And make that Matt Koopman. And now the Nailers dump it in, does Louis Rail. As Cody Corbett in his Grizzlies debut gets bounced. Corbett's played about 300 pro games. He's considered a veteran in this league. As Corbett will backhand it. Puck bounces towards Cutler, who couldn't get it at center ice. Nailers cross center. Peter Laviolette skates to the right side. Drops it off for Durbin. Lefty shot and a blocker saved by Januzzi. Left side, Nailers will tap it up top. Left point. Now they get it across towards Laviolette and swings and didn't get much on a one-timer. Deep in the Grizzlies zone, behind the net. Stucker will tap it towards the near side. It goes back towards Laviolette, over towards Drake. Shot saved by Januzzi. Make that Davis Buns, number 7, as Nathan Burke. Near side gets a neutral ice, so cross center. Burke will loft it into the right corner as the puck goes back towards Utah, who skates around the net. As Gallant gets divorced in the puck, Wickers left side, fires towards the net, and it kicks off a Gorche's pad as it got redirected by Burke on the way. As Grizzly got tripped by Buns, no call. Bocage, left side, will get it up top to Wickers on the left. Wickers takes a lefty shot. It got redirected, but goes wide, and it rolls towards Gorche, who covers up. 4:26 left in the first. It's the Grizzlies 1 and the Nailers nothing. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice, more amazing food, more value, from huge breakfasts to delicious lunches and hearty dinners. Black Bear Diner has more for you. So get more when you want it, the way you want it, and get it today.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
Utah leads 1-0 with 4:26 left in the first period. Don't forget, you can bid on the Grizzlies game-worn jerseys on the Dash Auction app. Certainly sweet-looking Grizzlies Fight Cancer jerseys that they're going to wear today and tomorrow. The auction goes into deep into tomorrow evening. I think the auction probably ends somewhere late tomorrow, maybe about 10 or 11 o'clock. Nathan Burke is the Optum first goal of the game scorer. He scored in the second half of a double minor as Peter Laviolette got a high sticky minor 9:09 in, and it was 11:12 in that Burke got his 16th of the year with Cole Gallant and Mick Messner getting the assists. Offensive zone draw for the Grizz as Jankowski will take it for Wheeling against Cole Gallant. Gallant has 7 goals and 23 assists in 42 games. That's the same stat line that Kyle Mayhew has, although Mayhew's played in 45 games. Wheeling wins the draw. They'll tap it off the near boards, and it goes past Gwen Wickers. Chasing after it's Mayhew, no icing. As Mayhew will bank it off the end wall towards Wickers, who slides it ahead. Now it goes to Nathan Burke, who gets it across to Gallant, who crosses center ice with speed. Gallant steps over the line, drops off for Bocage, left side shot, hits the post. The Iron Unkind towards the far side as Gallant fanned on, moving it in deep. As the Nailers, right side, get to Koopman. Koopman slides it across left side. They try to center it out in front, and it goes wide as they're trying to feather it to David Jankowski. And now it goes towards Jarrett Lee. He's on the far side. He'll back end it up top. Nailers get it across to Bellevue. He'll get it to the middle for Koopman. Slot, lefty shot is blocked away. Now shot is kick saved by Januzzi. That shot was taken by Jankowski on a backhand attempt as Bocage got hit in the back by Bellevue. And they push it out towards Martel. Left side, righty shot. Saved by Januzzi. And Dante holds on. Boy, a lot of shots here in the first period. That was the 10th by the Nailers. Utah has 12 here so far, as there's 3:32 left in the first period. And Utah leads 1-0 on that power play goal by Nathan Burke. Looks like we have a really good crowd. My guess is probably close to 6,000 here tonight. Grizzlies have averaged 7,322 fans per game over their last 9 home contests. Grizzlies win the draw. Aragon skates along the near wing boards and loses it as the puck drifts across off the far wall to David Drake. He'll move it across to Justin Lee, the Denver product. And Nichols moves ahead as the Nailers get the line. A lot of roots. We'll roll it around the boards towards the far side. He couldn't handle it as Dylan Fitz gathers it. Fitz races to center ice. He crosses center. Backhands it towards Penner, trying to get it back to Fitz in the give and go. Fitz collects it and throws it across as he was looking for Aragon in front of the net. Aragon hadn't reached there. Semick got hit by Corsia as the Nailers moving out to center. Martel steps over the line. He stops on the left point and pushes it ahead towards LaRue, who gets it off the end boards as he couldn't get it initially. Corsia will bounce it off the Fitz skate. Goes to the Iron Man Tyler Penner over to Fitz. It tapped off a Fitz skate. Grizzlies make a full line change. Diagonal pass connects to LaRue, but he couldn't patiently hold the line as the Nailers are offside with 2:41 left in the first. During the first intermission, we'll go over some scores from around the league and recap the first period. It looks like the draw is going to be all the way in the Nailers zone. Sebastian Dervin talking things over, wearing number 6. He's out there with Davis Buns. Buns and Dervin, the defensive pairing. For the Grizzlies, Brett Stapley will take the draw. Stapley leads Utah with 27 assists this season. He also leads the club with 41 points. Stapley will take it with Cutler and Messner out there. Draw won by the Nailers. The linesman said, my bad. Tyler Keston will do the draw over again. Justin Lee out there for Wheeling. Stapley once again will take the draw. Actually, he's going to let Brandon Cutler take it. Cutler on the left circle. He's got Messner to his left. Draw won by the Grizz. Mayhew in the left point. Dances around. Now Mayhew will shake and bake towards the left corner. He tried to center it to Stapley. Glanced off of his skate. Puck around the net towards Justin Lee. No relation to Jared Lee, his teammate. Turnover. Grizzlies with a shot. They score! As Wheeling turned it over, they got to Stapley out in front. And Stapley went stick side over Gorche. And the Grizzlies have taken a 2-0 lead. So two of Utah's most dependable defensemen two of their most dependable forwards have goals. As the turnover went to Messner, and he pushed it ahead towards Stapley. Stapley, about 5 feet in front of the crease, was able to put it away. And Stapley went stick side over Gorche's right arm. And what a start it's been for the Grizzlies. They lead 2-0 late in the first period. Max Neal will take the draw at center ice, and it's won by the Nailers. As Wheeling trailing 2-0, they've got a 12-game winning streak on the line. They're trying to make it 13. As the Nailers push it in, does number 24, Jamie Rome. Rome in his Nailers debut. He was signed earlier today. It's the fourth different team he's been on. As Grizzlies cross center ice, Fitz loses the puck at neutral ice. And the puck goes back into the Wheeling zone. As Isaac Beaulieu will move it towards number 28, Louis Rail. Rail gets tripped up, no call. As the puck sports towards center ice like a spinning top. Goes to Jamie Rome. 2-on-2, he enters the zone. He pushes ahead. Nailers behind the net. Gets hit by Semick. As Wheeling towards the far side, gets up top left point. Nailers trying to center it to Martell. He wasn't looking. Now it goes towards Martell on the right side. Martell couldn't handle it. He gets up top. As the Nailers look to center to bounce off a Grizzly stick. As they get it up top for Rail. Louis Rail, high slot, will move it towards the far circle. Wheeling has a tap off a skate and it goes towards Neal. Still tossing off the far boards. Grizzlies change it up. 1:24 and counting left in the first. Long-range pass connects to Martell. He'll drop her off for Corsia. He'll take a shot. It's blocked away by Gallant's stick. As the puck goes back towards LaRoute. He tried to get it to Martell, and it's taken away. As Burke will lift it out to center ice. It's gloved and dropped by Nickel. He'll move it to Martell. Over to LaRoute, who gets pushed by Burke. A big-time hit by Bocage. As LaRoute goes down, he gets back to his feet. As Stucker gets it across to Mayhew, still in the Grizzly zone, over to Stucker. 1 minute left in the first period. As Stucker gets a neutral ice, he'll backhand it to Gallant near the Wheeling bench, and Gallant will brush it in. As Grizzlies change up skaters, Wheeling deep in their own zone, trail 2-0. It's Nailers, diagonal pass to the right, connects off of Jarrett Lee's skate. Goes deep in the Grizzly zone. Lee chases after it. It's a puck to the near side. As Bocage battles with Jankowski, and coming out of the pile is Nathan Burke. So move it ahead. Bocage couldn't chase after it far enough. As Tyler Penner is going to get called for tripping. As Jankowski was in the near side and got spun around by Penner. Fans don't like the call, but Tyler Penner, the Grizzlies Iron Man, is going to get 2 minutes for tripping. There's 29 seconds left in the first period. Utah leads 2-0. They have outshot the Nailers 13-10. On the Stapley goal that was scored 17:34 in, Mick Messner got an assist. Penner gets 2 minutes for tripping. Time of penalty, 19:31 into the first period. Jankowski will take the draw for the Nailers. Grizzlies in the specialty jerseys, purple with white lettering and white numbers in the back. Draw one by Wheeling as they couldn't handle it in the slot as they get back checked by Gallant, who clears it out. Good job by Cole Gallant. 20 seconds left in the period. Isaac Beaulieu chases after it. He's on the far side as he gets a neutralized to Speedy crosses center. He'll feed it to his right for LaRoute. LaRoute over towards Beaulieu, back to LaRoute in the right corner, and he'll shovel it across. Chasing after it's Justin Lee, but he couldn't hold the line in the left point, so backhanded across to Martell. Gets it off the near boards. Martell races to neutralize, but time runs out in the first period. As the Grizzlies got goals from Nathan Burke and Brett Stapley, Utah outshot Wheeling 13-10 in the period. And through one, the Grizzlies have a 2-0 lead. Utah's done an outstanding job protecting leads here this season. In fact, when leading after one, the Grizzlies have a record of 12-2 overall, but they are 8-0 here at Maverick Center. So Utah, he normally does a pretty good job protecting home ice. Their most recent home game was last Friday, where they had a struggle, losing 4-1 to Idaho. For the Grizz, first 20 minutes, they came up big as Nathan Burke and Brett Stapley scored goals, and Utah leads 2-0. We'll come back and recap the first 20 minutes of play, and we'll also go over some scores from around the world of sports. Once again, after one period, it's the Grizzlies 2 and the Nailers 0. This is Utah Grizzlies Hockey, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower-than-low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh forever.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh. That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Stop in for our Founders Celebration Sale and save up to $150 on select sets of Ford tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Now through one period, Grizzlies have a 2-0 lead. Looks like Utah, according to the ECHL app, ended up outshooting the Nailers 14-10. According to the scoreboard, it's 13-10 here at Maverick Center. Utah is 1 for 2 on the power play. Peter Laviolette III got a double minor for high sticking. 9:09 into the first period. The Nailers were able to kill off the first half of the double minor, but 3 seconds into the second half of the double minor, the Grizzlies got on the board as Nathan Burke got a 16th of the year with Mick Messner and Cole Gallant getting the assists as the puck was along the end boards, and it was able to kick towards Messner, who was towards the far circle, and Messner found a wide open Nathan Burke about 5 feet in front of the crease. Messner to Burke to the back of the net, and Nathan Burke scored his 16th of the year. He is the Optum first goal of the game scorer. And think about the guy who had the overtime game winner last Saturday. In overtime, obviously, that was on a power play. And Nathan Burke, once again, on the man advantage, gets Utah on the board here first on a Friday night. Burke gets his 16th of the year. Mick Messner and Cole Gallant get the assist. And for Messner, it's his 14th assist this season. And for Cole Gallant, it's his 24th. At that point, Utah led 1-0. Then late in the period, Wheeling turned the puck over on the near side. Messner advanced it to Stapley. Stapley was about 5 feet in front of Gorche, and Stapley went stick side past Gorche's right shoulder, and that gave Utah a 2-0 lead. Stapley gets his 15th of the year, and Mick Messner picked up his second assist of the period. So for Mick Messner, he already has a multiple-point game. It's his 7th multiple-point contest this season. That ties him with Nathan Burke for 4th best on the club. So Grizzlies really played well the first 20 minutes. Looked like they played with a lot of speed. And, you talk about two teams aren't very familiar with each other. There was a little bit of that feeling out process early on. And, Utah was able to find a way. Utah's got some pretty talented forwards. I mean, mostly it's been defensemen that have gone up to the AHL. And if you joined us late, Yesterday, Keone Teixeira was loaned to the AHL San Jose Barracuda. And last Saturday to be exact, Josh Wesley, the Grizzlies captain, was called up to the AHL's Colorado Eagles. So both guys are out of the Grizzlies lineup. Utah has had some pretty good forwards. You talk about 3 key forward lines for the Grizzlies, and that could end up making a difference here tonight because Wheeling has lost a few forwards to the AHL over the last week. In fact, they lost 2 key forwards earlier today to the AHL, and that was partly due to the effect of Jake Gensel and maybe another Pittsburgh Penguins forward going out due to injury. That just kind of filtered all the way down to the Nailers, who were a little bit shorthanded in terms of forwards, to the point where they ended up signing Jamie Rome earlier today. Rome making his Wheeling debut, and they also picked up a guy from the SBHL named Michael McChesney, who's making his Wheeling debut wearing number 16. So maybe in terms of forward depth, the Grizzlies might have a little bit of an advantage against a Wheeling team that's about as hot as anybody can be, winning 12 straight. But considering that, it's been their top 2 forward lines that have really done the majority of the scoring, feels like if Utah can find a way to control Jordan Martell, if they can control Tanner Laderoots, if they can find a way to slow down Matthew Corsia, that's the top forward line for Wheeling, Grizzlies can find a way to have some success in this series. Utah did a good job controlling the action, and they lead 2-0 after 1 period. In terms of shots, Nathan Burke leads the way with 4. Nick Messner had 3 shots in the first period. Brett Stapley and Cole Gallant each had 2 shots, and then 1 shot each for Jacob Semick, Alex Bocage, and Kyle Mayhew. And if you joined us late, the Grizzlies did make quite a few roster moves today as they picked up goaltender Arvid Holm and Alex Bocage from the AHL's Colorado Eagles. Holm is acting as the backup goaltender tonight. We might see Holm later on in this series in net for Utah, making his Grizzlies debut. Utah also picked up a defenseman. We talked about them being short on the blue line, so they picked up Cody Corbett. And Corbett hasn't played since the end of the 2021-22 season, where he played with Kalamazoo. Corbett actually has 12 games of experience against the Grizzlies over his career, and he had 3 assists, all of those assists coming with Idaho against Utah in the 2017-2018 season. So Corbett's making his Grizzlies debut wearing number 23, which is the same number that J.C. Campagna wore. Campagna was released by the club earlier today. He had 1 goal and 4 assists in 12 games. We'll see what happens here in the second period. The Grizzlies have a 2-0 edge, and the Grizzlies really have done a pretty good job protecting leads here at Maverick Center. They're 8-0 at home when leading after 1. Utah has been outscored 62-52 in the second periods, but really it's been the first periods that have been the roughest for Utah. Grizzlies, if you count the 2 goals here tonight, they've still been outscored 50-39. So it seems like as the game progresses, the Grizzlies continue to get better and better. It's Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. And don't forget that you can bid on those game-worn jerseys. You can also bid on some other items, including the puck that Nathan Burke crossed the goal line with, that goal that Nathan Burke scored in the first period on the power play. You can bid on that puck on the Dash Auction app. Just go to the Dash Auction app and you can bid on that puck. You can bid on the game-worn jerseys. I think there's a couple other items you can bid on as well. As Grizzlies looking for their 7th home victory in their last 8 games. Utah has really done a great job as of late, and in particular over the last month. Remember, it wasn't all that long ago that the Grizzlies were in last place in the Mountain Division. But a strong month of January, followed up by a pretty good start to February, means the Grizzlies right now are pretty close to a playoff position. When we come back, we'll go over some scores from around the league, and we'll also go over the Mountain Division standings. Where do the Grizzlies fall in right now, and what do they got to do over the next 2 months to secure a playoff spot? Once again, after 1 period, it's the Grizzlies 2 and the Nailers nothing. This is Utah Grizzlies Hockey, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. So get more. And get it today.
Black Bear Diner.
Grizzlies gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
Utah 2, Wheeling nothing. First intermission. Utah right now is in 5th place in the Mountain Division with 43 points, 2 points behind Allen for 4th place. So Utah is looking for Tulsa to get a victory over Allen. Right now, Tulsa is in 3rd place with 49 points, which is 4 best of Allen, who's got 45 points, are in 4th place. But early 3rd period, Allen leads Tulsa 3-1. As the Americans have goals from Murray, as well as MacArthur and Grant Hebert. Looks like Keyshawn Gervais has the Tulsa goal. The early 3rd period, Allen leads Tulsa 3-1. And obviously we're watching that game closely as Allen right now is 2 points ahead of Utah for 4th place in the division. A couple other Mountain Division battles. Idaho and Rapid City are tied at 1. That game being played at the Monument. Idaho is in 2nd place with 65 standings points, and Rapid City is in 6th place with 40 points, which is 3 behind Utah for 5th place. So that game just starting up with the 2nd period, tied at 1, Idaho and Rapid City. In early 3rd period, the 1st place Kansas City Mavericks lead Wichita 3-0. Other action in the league, a few games have already gone final. Adirondack defeats Reading 5-2. In overtime, Kalamazoo gets a 4-3 victory over Fort Wayne. Also in overtime, Jacksonville defeats Florida 2-1. South Carolina throttles Greenville 7-0. As the Stingrays scored a touchdown, kicked the extra point. They defeat a pretty good Greenville club 7-0. Norfolk defeats Maine 5-4. Savannah over Atlanta 4-1. Games in progress. Late 3rd period, Toledo leads Cincinnati 6-3. Also late 3rd period, Indy leads Iowa 7-1. Here at Maverick Center, Utah leads 2-0. We'll come back and go over some scores from around the world of sports. And as Utah got first period goals from Nathan Burke and Brett Stapley, Dante Januzzi was solid in net, stopping all 10 Wheeling shots that he saw. This is the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Welcome back to Maverick Center. I'm Tyson Whiting. Utah leads 2-0. But remember, Wheeling's going to be on the power play for the first minute and 31 seconds of the 2nd period as Tyler Penner continues to serve as tripping minor. One game in the NHL tonight. Carolina leads Arizona 2-1. That game after 1 period. When we come back, we'll have 2nd period action as Wheeling's going to be on the power play to start the 2nd period. Utah is 1 for 2 on the power play so far. This is Wheeling's 2nd power play. Quinn Wicker's got a holding the stick minor. 11:41 into the 1st period. Wheeling ended up with 1 shot on that power play. They didn't get any shots in the final 29 seconds of the 1st period to start the Tyler Penner tripping minor. Also in the 1st period, Wheeling had a 9-7 edge in the faceoff circle. Grizzlies, according to the off-ice officials, had 7 scoring chances to Wheeling's 4. So 7 of the 13 shots taken by the Grizzlies in the 1st period were considered scoring chances. Utah had 7 hits. Wheeling had 6 in the 1st period. Utah had 4 giveaways, and Wheeling had 3. We'll come back and have 2nd period action as Utah leads Wheeling 2-0 in the series opener as it's Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend presented by Mountain Land Supply Company on the Utah Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm. And our lights on. It's the power behind the team. And a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. From huge breakfasts to delicious lunches and hearty dinners. Black Bear Diner has more for you. So get more when you want it, the way you want it, and get it today.
Good old-fashioned family food, Black Bear Diner. Black Bear Diner.
Welcome back to Utah Grizzlies hockey. I'm Tyson Whiting. The Grizzlies lead 2-0. We'll come back in 30 seconds and have the second period as Tyler Penner goes to the penalty box as he's serving a tripping minor that he committed 1931 into the first period. This is Utah Grizzlies hockey presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott. Welcome back to Maverick Center. Both teams are about set to hit the ice for the second period. Looks like we got a really good Friday night crowd, and that's nothing unusual here at Maverick Center. You think about last Friday, the Grizzlies had a crowd of 8,607, which was the second largest home crowd of the regular season. Grizzlies had a season-high crowd of 10,498 on Guns N' Hoses night, and that was the thrilling 4-2 comeback victory as Rapid City led 2-0 in the third period. Grizzlies scored 4 goals within the span of 9 minutes and 27 seconds to turn a 2-0 deficit into a 4-2 victory. Utah, over the last 9 home games entering play tonight, we're averaging 7,322 per game. Hockey has certainly seen a renaissance here in the Salt Lake Valley. For the season, Utah is averaging 5,701 fans per game, which would be the most on average in over a decade. As fans starting to chug beer here at Maverick Center, they see themselves on the video board and they start chugging. That seems to be the way it goes. Now, you get beer cans like that, it's going to be tougher to track the progress of the beer. It looked like that guy didn't even come close to chugging it, but he claims victory. Grizzlies wearing the specialty jerseys tonight, and they're also going to wear them tomorrow evening. Wheeling is in a white jersey with black numbers and gold trim. They are affiliated with the Pittsburgh Penguins in the NHL and the Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins of the AHL. Utah affiliated with the Colorado Avalanche and the Colorado Eagles. There's a lot of big hits in the first period. Bocage had a good one-timer from the left side that looked like he hit the post. Grizzlies had a couple posts in the first period. If you're talking about standouts in the first frame, you have to look at Mick Messner, who picked up the main assists in each of Utah's 2 first-period goals, and Nathan Burke, who obviously had the overtime game winner on Saturday, and he's just carried it over into an outstanding first period. Burke's got 16 goals this season, which is second on the club. Brandon Cutler leads away with 21 goals this season. To start the second period, the Grizzlies going to be shorthanded, even though they got 5 on the ice right now. Stapley comes off as Cole Gallant will take the draw. Stapley wanted to make it 5-on-5, and he leaves the ice. Cole Gallant will take the draw, but it's won by Jankowski as the Nailers skate from right to left during the second period. Wheeling at Maverick Center for the first time ever. Right side, they center it out in front, and it goes wide as Justin Lee swung and didn't get much on it as the centering pass went about knee high. As Jankowski behind Utah's net will move it towards the near corner. Now it goes up top to Martell. He's along the near wing boards. Martell will shuffle towards the corner. Now he gets to the near goal line for LaRue. He'll take a righty shot saved by Januzzi as LaRue trying to get it from Jankowski. Grizzlies get it and clear it out as the puck skips and glides towards Beaulieu, who hustles after it. Isaac Beaulieu wearing number 78. He's got good size. He'll drop it off into the Nailer zone. Wheeling crosses center ice. Martell skates down the middle. Now veers off to the right. And now it goes to Beaulieu across towards Jankowski. Left side. Righty shot goes wide. as the puck glides along the far wing boards. Now goes back to the right side as LaRoute will get it up top to Beaulieu. Beaulieu skates towards his left. He'll feed it to the right side, just outside the circle. Lee with a lefty shot, saved by Januzzi. Rebound goes back towards Justin Lee. He feeds up top to Beaulieu across to Martel left side. One-timer, saved by Januzzi as it bounced off the logo in front of his jersey towards the near corner. Grizzlies will tap it off of Martel. He throws it across, but Burke picks it off. Late in the penalty kill, Grizzlies skate towards the left circle. They center it out towards Messner, make that Aragon. Aragon shot hits the side of the net as he was along the near goal line. As Justin Lee crosses center ice. Penner's out of the box. Lee over to Martel left side. Martel drops it off. Backhand shot. Saved by Januzzi. As Martel dropped it off to Matt Koopman. Januzzi dove to his left and made a save as he was doing the splits. Boy, Dante's quick as a cat, and he holds on with 18:21 left in the second. Utah's 2 for 2 on the penalty kill tonight. They lead 2-0. Wheeling had 2 shots. They had 1 shot in the power play. They've gotten 2 here so far in the second period. Grizzlies have yet to fire away on Taylor Gauthier, the Wheeling goaltender. Draw one by the Grizzlies. They'll push it out to center ice and chase after it. It goes to Cutler, right side. Cutler stops. He gets challenged by Nickel. As Cutler centered to Stapley, glanced off of his stick and rolls towards the far side. Nailers get it as they push it towards Koopman, who overskates it. Puck at neutralized. Grizzlies fire it back in. Stapley gets back to neutralized. It's taken by David Drake, number 5, who's a plus 22 this season. He'll push it to the far side. Nailers diagonal pass will skip off of Jarrett Lee's stick. He didn't get a piece of it as icing is on the Nailers. And we get a whistle with 17:55 left in the second. Next time you come to a Grizzlies game, make sure to go to the team store. They've got all sorts of good stuff. They got hats, T-shirts, souvenirs. I think they got some Grizzlies Fight Cancer-related gear and all sorts of stuff. Whatever you're looking for, the Grizzlies team store has it. Next time you go to a Grizzlies game, make sure to stop by the Grand Lobby and get your latest Grizzlies gear. Draw one by Wheeling. They're in their own zone, skating from right to left. As they'll bank it off the near boards. Goes to center ice. Robbie Stucker gets it. He skates around the Utah logo. Now push it to the left side for Bocage. He gets it to Gallant. Now back towards Bocage. He gets double-teamed, and taking the puck away is Matt Koopman, a good two-way forward. Koopman a neutralized, gets it brushed away. It goes towards Drake. David Drake is a big guy at 6'5", 205. He gets the puck on the near side. So push it towards Koopman, past him, towards neutralized. Stucker diagonals it to the left. It ricochets off the far boards. It goes back towards Nickel. He's on the far side. He pivots and moves it towards Koopman. He brushed it to the right side. Nailers cross center, and lifting it in is Coursera as the Nailers make a full line change about 3 minutes into the second period. Mayhew over in the near corner gets hit by Durbin as Durbin tried to throw it to the near circle, didn't get very far. As Grizzlies active with their sticks. Burke throws it back to the near corner deep in the Grizzlies zone. Stucker holds his ground as the Nailers skate towards the left side. Backhand shot goes wide. That was taken by Shaw Boomhauer, number 15. It's Boomhauer's third game with the Nailers. Right wing, righty shot is blocked away. As the Nailers near side, as Beaulieu skates towards the slot, he feeds to the right side. Lefty shot is blocked away. It goes wide, tapping off the glass. Beaulieu left point, glides towards his right. He's down the high slot. Take a lefty shot, and he scores. Isaac Beaulieu gets his 9th of the season as he just roofed it over the right shoulder of Januzzi. And with 16:36 left in the second, the Nailers get on the board. They got towards Beaulieu. He just skated towards his right and then just fired it over Januzzi's right shoulder. It's possible with a lot of traffic out in front that Januzzi didn't have good vision of it. It didn't look like he really reacted towards the shot. So it's the Grizzlies 2 and the Nailers 1. Both teams have 14 shots here so far tonight. The Nailers have a slight edge in the second period. Penner will take the draw against David Jankowski, who's got a plus 16 this season. Jankowski has 8 goals, which is the same amount that Penner has. Puck goes deep in the Grizzlies zone after winning the face-off as Penner at neutralized will brush it ahead towards Fitz. Fitz gallops after it, but it's taken by the Nailers. Jankowski throws to the center ice logo. It's picked off by Aragon, who moves it towards Fitz, who has to chase after it. As Justin Lee will bank it off the near glass. As Corbett gets tripped up, he moves it towards Aragon near corner. Aragon gets up top towards Cody Corbett. They'll take a lefty shot. It gets redirected and bounces off of Gorche. And the Nailers get the rebound. They'll push it out to center ice 3-on-2. Nailers gain the line as Justin Lee skates down the middle. Lefty shot. A save by Januzzi. As Januzzi made a pad save, Justin Lee near the referee collides with Fitz. Fitz will throw it around the boards. It goes towards Wickers, who moves it ahead. Zaragon throws it back towards Corbett, who slides into Fitz. Fitz across center ice. Nil throw it in as the puck glides towards the far boards. It bounced off of Penner's knee. The puck goes to the left side. Addison looking for a shot, and it's poked away. Good poke check by Justin Lee, who's played a good game as the puck wobbles outside like a spinning top towards Januzzi. Feeds to the near side. Now left wing, Martel gets it up top as the Nailers are in the attack zone, trailing 2-1. Right circle, dancing around is Timo Nickel. Nickel gets it across towards Duke. And Drake will take a left wing shot. That's blocked away about 5 feet in front of Januzzi. Nickel, right side, throws to the circle. Toe drag, righty shot goes wide. That was taken by Martel. He's got 18 goals with Wheeling. The 18 goals lead their club. Martel on the right point gets it. Fires towards the net. It gives a redirected kick save by Januzzi. What a stop by Dante there. As the puck's still in play. As Root feeds it towards the near side. Corsia is battling with the Grizzly. A Grizzly player goes down up top for Drake, who bounced it off of Bocage. As Grizzlies will carry it out to Neutrice. Utah crosses center as it's tattooed off the near boards by Max Neal. And it goes back towards the Rooster. Martel will move it ahead towards Corsia as he gets hit by Neal. Neal takes the puck, and he'll dump it off of Addison as Neal gets hit by Corsia. And the Grizzlies will make a change. We get a whistle, and I wonder if that's going to be a penalty on the Nailers. As Neal got hit pretty hard at center ice. Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, will look at Max Neal, who's laying on 2 knees at center ice between both benches. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. As let's see, Neal's on his knees. I don't know if there's a penalty called. I think the referee saw that Neal was hurt and decided to blow the whistle. As Max Neal gets back to his feet, he slowly goes towards the bench. And Colin Lee, the Grizzlies trainer, tells Nee to head to the locker room. As Neal will skate up ice. Neal got hit at center ice. The door opened up to the Wheeling bench. That's what happened. We saw a similar injury with Johnny Walker last season. Neal got pushed into an open door there at the Wheeling bench. He got pushed into the Wheeling boards, the boards near the Wheeling bench. The door came open, and so Neal must have a back injury or something as he goes to the locker room. Draw's going to be at center ice. We're skating 5-on-5. Utah leads 2-1. Mayhew gets over to Wickers. Wickers, a former Rapid City Rush and Wheeling Naylor skater. Diagonal pass to Stapley, who backhands it in. Gorche behind his net will feed it to the left side. Wickers keeps it in, and he'll brush it in deep as it taps off the Mavericks sign behind Wheeling's net. As the Nailers push it ahead, but Stapley keeps it in. Stapley far side. He gets hit by Louis Rail, who's 5'10 and 175 pounds. As Boivu, the Wheeling goal scorer, gets hit by Messner. Boivu gets the puck. He's in the near goal line. He fanned on trying to clear it out as trying to pitchfork it and didn't go very far. Messner hits Lee along the far side. It goes to Stapley. Stapley slot, righty shot, saved by Gorche. He holds on. As Gorche, his glove side is on his right hand, and his stick side's on his left. Stapley had a good shot, but Gorche was able to make the stop. 13:48 left in the second period. It's the Grizzlies 2 and the Nailers 1. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Utah leads 2-1, 13:48 left in the second period. On the Wheeling goal that was scored 3:24 in, it was Isaac Boivu getting the goal. The assist went to Peter Laviolette and number 6, Sebastian Dervin. For Dervin, it's his 4th assist of the season. For Laviolette, it's his 3rd. Draws going to be the Nailers zone as Brett Stapley took a shot from the slot as we were going to break. Cole Gallant will take the draw. He's got 1 assist tonight as he wins the face-off. Left side, Mayhew skates down the middle. Lefty shot. He gets redirected and goes wide as Bocage was out in front of the crease. Tapped off him, make that gallant. Bocage over on the far side gets pushed as Nathan Burke will tap it off the end boards. As Burke gives a good shoulder towards Davis Buns. Buns battles along with Durbin and a couple Grizzlies. Puck goes back into the far corner that was vacated. Now Bocage left side. Shot goes wide as it taps off the end board. Stucker fires towards the net and it bounced off of David Jankowski. Play starting to get physical here. Grizzlies right point. Have to go out of the zone. Bocage re-enters. He'll tap it to the left side. But the Eagle Eye linesman says Utah's offside. It looks like we got some pushing and shoving as Shaw Boomhauer had a Grizzly player by the jersey, dragging him down. You almost have a feeling at some point this series is going to get chippy. Boomhauer, one of the more physical players in the league. He is 5'11" and 215 pounds. He's making his third appearance this season. Both teams will make a line change here. 13:08 left in the second. As Boomhauer just pushed Bocage, and then Bocage went down, and then Boomhauer took it up with another Grizzly player. Draws it new tries after the Grizzlies were called for offside. Penner will take the drives out there with Aragon and Fitz. All three of those forwards have 8 goals for the Grizzlies this year. Aragon gets his stick held up. Now he gets dragged down by Nickel. As play really starting to get physical as the puck ends up out of play. Before the faceoff even started, Aragon had gotten pushed by Wheeling. Nailers might have a slight size advantage over the Grizzlies this weekend. I got a feeling as this series progresses more and more, it's going to start to get more and more chippy. As Nickel pushed down Aragon, then Nickel went after Aragon again towards the far corner. Penner will take the draw on the far circle, and he wins it. Grizzlies in the attack zone. Wickers, high slot, lefty shot goes wide. Wickers has 2 goals for Utah this season. Martell moves out to center ice. Martell gets a good shoulder from Fitz. As the puck goes back towards Wickers, and he'll fire it around the boards. As it goes towards the right point, Fitz cuts it off, and he'll bounce it off of Martell. Grizzlies have it a new try. Wickers will slide it ahead towards Aragon, who got his stick held up. As the Nailers get towards Martell, he gets the new tries. Martell near the Grizzlies bench gets hit by Aragon, and the puck goes back over towards Wheeling as they'll push it ahead. As Utah takes it their blue line, Fitz will backhand it towards Wickers. He's in the far corner. He'll diagonal it towards Corbett. He'll tap it off the glass towards center ice. The puck bounces back to Wheeling as they'll get it towards David Drake. Drake moves it ahead. Center ice. Fitz took it away. Fitz slides it across as Eric Messner gets the Penner back to Messner. Right side, lefty shot goes wide. Oh, he tried to go stick side on Gorche and just missed the net. As Gorche, his stick side is on his left. His glove side is his right. As Messner pushes it in deep. Stucker near corner gets it, and he got spun around. As Stucker lost the puck, it goes out to center ice. Mayhew at the center ice logo will take it. Now across center and move it to his right for Stapley. Stapley drops it off for Mayhew as Mayhew gets pushed by Nickel. As Mayhew centers it towards Cutler. Trying to get to Stapley. Glanced off of Stapley's skate. Stapley gets it over to Cutler, who will tap it off the end boards. Messner will gallop after it in the near corner, but it's taken back by Wheeling. As Koopman pushed it ahead to Lee. That's Jarrett Lee, number 12. Koopman, a new try, is trying to reach for it as the puck pinballs around, hitting multiple sticks. Lee dumps it in. As Grizzlies will tattoo it off the near boards. It goes to Stapley, who centers it towards Cutler. Cutler over to Messner, gets spun around. Puck in the left point. As boy, the puck has had a mind of its own here tonight. Stucker will bounce it off a Naylor. Cutler pushes Jarrett Lee. As Stapley keeps the line, gets over to Cutler. Left side. Cutler, left side, taking a shot. And it's blocked by Nickel. Boy, Timo Nickel's been busy. As Cutler gets pushed by Jarrett Lee. And Max Neal gets pushed by Nickel. Nickel's a physical presence as he'll throw a long-range feed airborne towards center ice. It's gloved and dropped by Whippers over towards Semick, who gains the line. But he is offside according to the linesman as the whistle blows with 10:48 left in the second. It's been tough to describe the action tonight as the puck has just gone crazy here in the second period. It's just both teams have really done a good job challenging on the defensive end. Timo Nickel certainly had a couple good shifts for Wheeling. He is 6'3" and 196 pounds. Nickel and David Drake reach a plus 22 this season. Max Neal will take the draw against Peter Laviolette, the third, the son of the NHL coach of the Rangers. I think Peter Laviolette, the coach, has now coached 8 different NHL teams. As the Nailers skate from right to left, as Beaulieu, the goal scorer, will push it towards Laviolette. It bounced off of him and new tries. Januzzi behind his net towards Addison, the former Canadiens draft pick. As Addison gets hit, Laviolette centers it, but it's picked off by Utah. As Grizz will lift it towards center ice. Fitz gets cut off by Beaulieu. As the Nailers diagonal it to the right. They enter the zone. As Durbin drops it off. Right circle, lefty shot. And it's blocked away about 5 feet in front of Januzzi. Now backhand shot to score. The Nailers tie it up as Louis Rail gets his first of the season as he went 5-hole past Januzzi. So 2 unanswered for the Nailers here in the second period. And we're tied at 2. It's Rail's first goal of the season. He had 4 for Wheeling last year in 30 games. Rail, the former University of Minnesota Duluth Bulldog, wasn't much of a goal scorer. He had 7 goals in his college career. So Louis Rail gets his first of the year. 10-11 left in the second. 2 goals by the Grizzlies in the first. 2 unanswered by Wheeling here in the second. As it's anybody's game, tied at 2. As the Grizzlies win the draw, Stucker moves it across. It taps off the boards near the Grizzlies bench. Wheeling brushed it ahead. Koopman gains the line, drops it off. Right side, righty shot, swung and missed. The puck kicks up top. Justin Lee moves it across. Right side, righty shot. Saved by Januzzi as he absorbed the body shot and holds on. The shot was taken by Davis Buns, who has 8 goals in 44 games this season. Right now, the Louis Rail goal is listed as unassisted. 9:49 into the second period. Wheeling has a slight shot edge, 18-16 here tonight. Wheeling wins the draw as Davis Buns, high slot, righty shot. Oh, got redirected, and somehow Januzzi was able to hold on. When Wheeling won the faceoff, Buns fired towards the net. Jamie Roman, his Wheeling debut, had to bounce off of him, and Januzzi was able to, with his agility, was able to somehow, some way, find a way to cover up in the crease. 9:45 left in the second as we're past the halfway point. Nailers are up to 19 shots, 9 of them in the second period. Grizzlies 13 shots in the first, only 3 here in the second. Matthew Cosera, Quercia, will take the draw. It's won by Utah and Tyler Penner as the puck spins along the far boards. Martel right side swings and didn't get much on it. Grizzlies will carry it across center ice 3-on-3. Aragon will bank it off the near boards. He gets cut off by Buns. Buns around the Wheeling net. Now it's brushed ahead as LaRue threw it into the Grizzlies zone. Utah gets it as the Grizz skate around Januzzi's net towards the near side. As Mayhew will throw it behind Utah's net. Taking it's Cody Corbett. They will direct it to the far side. The Grizzlies will drag it out to center ice. Penner steps over the line. Stops along the far wing board. So bouncing off of Corsia's skate. Nailers tried to clear it out. As Davis Buns got blasted along the far side. He ended up on his Buns. 2-on-1. Grizzlies left side shot. Saved by Gorcia. Gorche was able to make the stop. As Utah had a 2-on-1. Aragon was down the middle. Fed it to the far side for Fitz. Fitz had a good look. But Gorche was able to make the stop. Yeah, Davis Buns got blasted along the far side. He ended up on his Buns. Let's see here, some pushing and shoving after the whistle near the Grizzlies bench. Looks like a penalty is going to be called on Corsia. Corsia can't believe it. Looks like he's being directed towards the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell. Looks like roughing's the call. Quite a few Grizzlies fans letting Corsia know that he's number one among their eyes. Quite a few one-finger salutes there in section 113. Everybody having a good time. So Grizzlies are going to get their third power play of the game. 8:59 left in the second. Corsia gets 2 minutes for roughing. Time a penalty, 11:01 into the second period. Grizzlies have Cutler on the ice. He's talking with Brett Stapley now. Alex Bocage out there as well as Fitz and Mayhew. So 4 forwards and 1 defenseman on this shift. Taking the draw for Wheeling is David Jankowski. He's a plus 16 this year. Jankowski 6'1" and 175 pounds. Nailers, one of the bigger teams the Grizzlies will face all season. Marc-Olivier Phaneuf points towards the far dot. Tyler Keston, the linesman, drops the puck. And it's won by Utah, as Mayhew gets to Stapley, who moves towards his left for Bocage. Bocage, far side. Stops before he gets to the corner, gets up top to Stapley. Now to Cutler on the right side. Cutler directs it back to Stapley, who zips it towards Mayhew. Mayhew, I saw it over Cutler. One-timer, didn't get much on it. So taps off the end boards. Wheeling gets it and throws it out to center ice. It bounced off of Mayhew's glove near the Grizzlies bench. Nailers win a one-on-one battle. Koopman enters Grizzlies territory. He gets hit at the Utah blue line. He'll direct it across towards David Drake. Moves it back into the Nailers zone. Wheeling will saucer it out to center ice. Now goes back into the Nailers zone as they kill some time on this PK. As they'll tap it off the far glass. Goes to neutral ice. Mayhew loses it. As the Nailers skate down the middle. Durbin's got a breakaway. He'll skate towards his right. Back to his left. Shot. Saved by Januzzi. Now left side. Righty shot is blocked away. As Durbin had a breakaway, probably overthought it as he made maybe one too many moves. As he tried to get fancy on Januzzi and didn't get a great shot off. Mayhew will cross center ice. And now he'll drop it back off for Cutler. He skates along the Wheeling bench. He crosses center ice. Cutler gains line over to Fitz, back towards Cutler, who spins it around the boards towards the near side. Stapley, right side near the corner. Stapley gets his stick lifted, but he keeps the puck. So he'll move it across from one corner to the other. Fitz gets held up, and he couldn't accept it as the Nailers clear it out. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. Less than 30 seconds left in Utah's third power play of the game. Robbie Stucker skates down the middle wearing number 40. Stucker fakes it to Gallant. He'll skate up ice as he crosses center. Stucker moves it across to Gallant on the right side. Gallant steps over the line, gets to Messner. Back towards Gallant, who gets hit in the near corner by Nickel. As Nickel drags down Gallant. Burke trying after the puck as he hacks away. Puck squirts towards the far side. Gallant directs up top to Stucker on the left side. Stucker, his third different ECHL team, gets it towards Gallant. He's in the left circle. Now back up top for Stucker. He'll get it over towards Gallant. One-timer, he didn't get much on it as he was on a tough angle. Messner around the net towards Neal, who gets blasted, but Neal backhands it towards Gallant on the far side. Gallant gets hit, but keeps it as Gallant throws to Neal. Shot saved by Gorche. Now Neal with another shot from the right side, and that's blocked away. Stucker on the right point keeps it in. He'll get it across towards Wickers. Now to Neal in the right circle. Take a lefty shot that goes wide. As the puck goes towards Wickers on the left point, he'll move it over to Gallant. Gallant switches places with Wickers. As Gallant gets it towards Neal, he moves it around. Neal had two pretty good looks on this shift. Stucker around the wall. Neal now behind the net. Gets pushed by Nickel, who loses his helmet. As puck towards the near corner. Penner delivers a hit. As a 2-on-2 battle in the near corner. Neal's over there. He's been outstanding this shift. As Penner tried to brush it towards Neal, it goes past him onto the Nailers. As Corsia will move it across. As Bully gains the line. Now it goes back towards Corsia. Grizzlies get a stick in the way. Good job by Robbie Stucker. As Penner tried to push it towards Aragon and flubbed it. As it goes back towards the Nailers. As Wheeling tied it 2. They've scored 2 second period goals. They get to Martel at neutral ice. So push it ahead. Nailers gained the line. Right side one-timer. They didn't get much on it as it lifted off their stick and out of play off the protective netting. 5:44 is left in the second period. Wheeling has second period goals from Isaac Bullivu and number 28, Louis Rail, as we're tied at 2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh. That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Stop in for our Founders Celebration Sale and save up to $150 on select sets of Ford tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since
5 minutes, 44 seconds left in the second period. Grizzlies have 2 first period goals from some of their best forwards, Brett Stapley and Nathan Burke. Both of Wheeling's goals have been scored by defensemen. They're tied at 2. Wheeling has outshot Utah 21-18. Grizz win the draw and couldn't throw it out. There's action deep in the Grizzlies zone as Utah gets it towards Cutler. As he'll push it towards Stapley. Stapley crosses center ice 2-on-3. Stapley gains the line, gets around a skater. Stapley left side shot. Saved by Gorche. Puck bounces to Stapley, who gets pushed, and Gorche covers up. Boy, what a move by Stapley to get around Louis Rail on the left side. And I don't know how he got it, but he was just able to craftily get around Rail, keep the puck, and then fire a golden opportunity that was saved by Taylor Gorche. Stapley right there on the far dot, bouncing off of Gorche, and then Stapley tried to center it out in front. But Gorche was able to cut it off and cover up. Stapley will take the draw, far circle. 5:25 left in the second period. Stapley's out there with Cutler and Messner. For the Grizzlies, Cody Corbett, and his Grizzlies debuts out there with Quinn Wickers. Draw one by Utah. Corbett fakes it, and as Cutler took the puck, Wickers left side will brush it towards the end boards as Messner gets pushed in the back by Davis Buns. Puck goes back to the far side, and the Nailers will pivot and push it ahead towards Matt Koopman. Koopman steps over the line with good speed. Far side, he stops in the corner, look to center it, and it bounced off a Grizzly as Cutler will lift it high into the air as a long-range pass bounces at neutral ice. Messner tried to brush it ahead, but it goes back to the Nailers. As Buns will push it ahead left wing. Nailers step over the line as Jankowski drops it off for Lee. Lee left side shot and is blocked away. That was Justin Lee, the defenseman. Grizzlies cross center. Gallant steps over the line. As he dances around on the right side, he gets blasted by Justin Lee, the Denver product. As Burke centers the Gallant righty, shot goes wide. Oh, he had a good one-time attempt, but missed wide. Cutler over towards Messner, pushes to Gallant behind the net. Gallant tries to kick it out in front. It bounced off a Burke stick. And the puck goes to Drake, who backhands it as the puck skips off the center ice logo. As Mayhew pushes ahead. Grizzlies enter the zone. Bocage throws it towards Gallant. One-timer saved by Gorche. He made a blocker save. Stucker, right side, fires towards the net, and a stick save by Gorche. Rebound off the end boards. As Burke pushes David Drake. Nailers will tap it off the far glass, and the puck wobbles deep in the Grizzlies zone. Icing is on Wheeling with exactly 4 minutes left in the second. Good to see Alex Bocage back in a Grizzlies uniform as he was reassigned from Colorado. He was certainly impressive. Remember that series that against Rapid City in late January. Bocage and Ryan Sandlin were each stars in that series. Bocage back in a Grizzlies uniform, and with this being his 5th game in a Utah uniform, he's now postseason eligible. Tyler Penner will take the draw near side. He's got Fitz to his left and Aragon to his right. Face-off one by Wheeling as he'll tap it off the near glass. It's cut off by Stucker, who keeps it in. Stucker throws it towards the middle. It's taken away by Drake. Drake with a long-range pass. The Grizzlies get spun around. Icing is on Wheeling. Nailers tried to fit in a line change. The referee is trying to point out who's on the ice and who's off. The Grizzlies got spun around as they're trying to accept the puck in their zone. Looks like there is going to be a penalty. 2 minutes for holding. Wheeling can't believe it, but they're going to be shorthanded again with 3:49 left in the second. Going to the box is Peter Laviolette, who shakes his head back and forth. Says a couple words that aren't Disney approval. Laviolette sporting a beard. As he spun around, that's exactly what the play was. As Laviolette spun around a Grizzlies player over along the far side. I believe that was Mayhew. As Mayhew is extending his stick to try to get the puck. 2 minutes for holding, 16-11 into the second period. We're tied at 2. Utah does have one power play goal tonight. Stapley will take the draw. He's got Cutler to his right and Fitz to his left. Up top is Bocage and Mayhew. Utah wins the draw. Mayhew will dance around to his right. He'll feed it to Bocage. He directs it back to Mayhew, high slot. He'll fake a shot and get it to Stapley left side. Stapley over to Mayhew, high slot. Mayhew dances around. He's now at the left point. He'll direct it towards Bocage. Bocage will skate towards the left circle. He's a good skater. He gets up top to Mayhew across to Stapley. Stapley backhands it towards Mayhew. Mayhew with a lefty shot. Saved by Gorche, and he holds on. As Gorche was able to kind of backhand it with his glove near the Wheeling logo on the front of the jersey. 1:33 left in the Grizzlies power play. Wheeling will get 4 fresh skaters on the ice. Looks like the Grizzlies are going to keep the same 5-man unit out there. Good puck movement by the Grizzlies, especially that 3-man unit of Bocage, Mayhew and Stapley. Stapley will take the draw. Up top is Bocage and Mayhew. Watch out for Brandon Cutler, who leads the Grizzlies with 5 power play goals this season. Stapley taking the draw against LaRoute. Laderoute wearing number 9. Stapley's kicked out of the circle. Cutler will take the draw. It's won by Wheeling, who couldn't clear it out. It's Durbin fanned on it. Bocage right side over to Cutler. He danced around the near circle. Cutler across to Bocage, looking for one-timer, but he just gathers it as it bounced off his skate. Bocage over to Fitz, over to Cutler down the middle. Lefty shot. Saved by Gorche. Boy, Cutler looks up at the heavens and knows he missed one there. As Fitz was along the far goal line, centered to Cutler. But Cutler got a lot of steam on the shot. Gorche was able to make the stop. Taylor Gorche, Gauthier, listed at 6'2", 200 pounds. He looks even bigger than that in person. Same 5-man unit out for the Grizzlies. Taking the draw this time is Alex Bocage. For Wheeling, it's Matthew Kosera, who's a plus 13 this season. Kosera, 6'3", 218. Draw one by the Grizzlies. Mayhew on the left side will skeet towards his right. He'll direct it towards Stapley. Stapley over to the right side. Gets to Cutler over to Mayhew. Back to Bocage. Far circle. Bocage skates towards the dot. As he surveys, gets back up top for Mayhew. Grizzlies patient on this power play. Mayhew over to Stapley. Right point. Stapley will shuffle towards the near circle. Now he gets over to Mayhew. Mayhew fakes it towards Bocage. Takes a shot and is blocked by Kosera. Stapley gets a one-handed towards the corner. As Nichols played a strong game. Grizzlies keep it, though, as Mayhew over to Cutler on the right side. Cutler gathers it, fires the lefty shot. Glove saved by Gorche. But the shot looked like it was going to go wide, but Gorche just snatched it out of the air with his glove, which is on his right side. He holds on with 2:32 left in the second. Both teams will make a line change. 43 seconds left in the power play. Grizzlies did a good job working the puck around. They're very patient with their approach, looking for that golden chance. Gallant will take the draw. He's got Messner to his right and Burke to his left. Burke is up top. Looks like it's Max Neal and Robbie Stucker up top. Neal, Gallant, and Messner down low. Grizzlies win the draw. Stucker gets over to Burke. Back to Stucker. Over to Burke along the far wing boards. Burke fakes it to Stucker. He skates towards the far dot. Now gets to the far goal line. Messner hacks away, but Gorche is able to cover up. And it looked like Max Neal was near Gorche. And Neal just kind of bobbled it off his stick, and then Gorche was able to cover up. 2:21 left in the second period. We're tied at 2. Grizzlies up to 22 shots. Wheeling's taken 21. Mayhew will take the face-off. It's won by Mayhew over to Stucker on the left side. Stucker skates towards his right. He's a big 6'3" defenseman over to Burke on the left side. Burke gets attempted by Laderoute. Laderoute chases after it. He collides with Messner. Now it goes to Burke, who backhands it towards Stucker. Over to Gallant on the right side. Gallant overskates it, but keeps it. He'll get to Stucker on the right point. Stucker fakes it to Gallant, and he'll get it to Burke on the left side. Back to Stucker in the high slot. Stucker with a righty wrist shot that bounced off of Messner. Messner swung and missed towards the net. A Naylor gets tripped up. Max Neal pounds the glass in frustration. And it looks like that does it for the Utah power play, as Davis Bunz was battling for the puck along the near goal line. Max Neal is going to get a penalty. It's Neal's 4th minor penalty in a Grizzlies uniform. The University of Waterloo product. As Neal will skate towards the penalty box. He gets 2 minutes for tripping. We're going to skate 4-on-4 for 5 seconds. And then Laviolette will come out of the box, and the Nailers will start a power play. 1 minute, 54 seconds left in the second period. We're tied at 2. Great Friday night crowd. Probably 6,000 or so here at Maverick Center. Laviolette standing in the penalty box. He's anxious to leave the box. Penner will take the draw for Utah. He wins it. Grizzlies skeet towards the near side. They'll carry it out of the zone. Laviolette out of the box. Wickers 1-on-3. Steps over the offensive line. He gets around Justin Lee. He'll fire it across. It goes wide off the near wall. Aragon will shovel it deeper into the Nailers zone. Wheeling gets it as Martel will skate around his net. Martel's a gunner. He likes to shoot. Not many assists, but he puts up goals in bunches. Bolivu, who's got one of Wheeling's goals, gets it back to Martel. He crosses center ice. Martel steps over the line. He'll veer off to the left circle. Now he gets it up top. Beaulieu back towards Martel at the near goal line. He'll get it back up top for Beaulieu. He'll slide it to his right. Now back to Beaulieu, who fakes it to Martel. Beaulieu glides towards the left point. Now he'll shuffle it across towards Lee. Justin Lee back towards Beaulieu, who throws it down the middle. And it taps off of LaRoute's stick. Battle out in front. Grizzlies get, and they clear it out. 1 minute left in the period. Grizzlies sneaking a line change. Long-range pass connects. As Nailers look to start from the point. Grizzlies do a good job lifting Nichols' stick up. As Utah spins along the near boards. The puck goes back to neutral ice. Martel crosses center ice. He gains the line. As he gets around Messner. As they drop it off for LaRoulette. Now back towards Martel. He gets up to the high slot. LaRoulette fakes a shot. Now gets towards Martel left side. Shot. Goes over the crossbar and off the glass as he missed high. As Utah moves towards Gallant across center ice. Gallant steps over the line, skates towards the far circle. As he gets pushed and thrown down by Davis Buns. Buns gets the puck. Less than 20 seconds left in the period. Buns gets it across towards Corsia. He'll step over the line and toss it off the end boards. Corsia gets around Stucker. Now around the net. Stucker took it away. As Grizzlies, Kyle Mayhew will lift it out of the zone as the puck skips towards Gorche. And that will do it for the second period as we're tied at 2. Utah got first period goals from Nathan Burke and Brett Stapley. Nailers got goals from a pair of defensemen. Isaac Beaulieu got his 9th of the year. And then the Nailers tied it up with Louis Rail getting his first of the season. Rail had 4 goals for the Nailers last year. It's his second season as a pro. The time of Beaulieu's goal was 3:24 into the second, and then the tying goal came 9:49 into the second period. It's anybody's game. We're tied at 2. Good Maverick Center crowd heading to the concession stands. And, hey, if you heard the news, Chick-fil-A is now at Maverick Center in Section 103. I believe they're probably sold out for the night, as I imagine that's a pretty popular hangout, and Chick-fil-A is a little bit limited in quantities. So that's going to be at Maverick Center for every Grizzlies home game. I'm assuming, excluding Sundays, though. That's going to be a fun addition to Maverick Center starting tonight. Make sure next time you come to a Grizzlies game to go to the Chick-fil-A stand next to Section 103. We'll come back and recap the first 2 periods and go over some scores from around the league. Because after 2 periods, it's the Grizzlies 2 and the Nailers 2. We're back in 2 minutes on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Stop in for our Founders Celebration Sale and save up to $150 on select sets of Ford tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 19...
Second intermission here at Maverick Center. We're tied at 2. Grizzlies had 7 scoring chances in the first period and 5 in the second. For Wheeling, they had 4 scoring chances in the first and 7 in the second. So a lot of good looks on both sides. Both goaltenders are really hanging on strong. It looks like we got a fun third period in store. And really, we have a fun series. Don't forget the series continues on Saturday As Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend continues, Grizzlies will be wearing the same specialty jerseys again tomorrow night. And remember, you can bid on those game-worn Grizzlies Fight Cancer jerseys on the Dash Auction app. You can also bid on a lot of different items, including the puck that Nathan Burke scored Utah's first goal on, which is 11-11 into the first period. You can bid on that game puck on the Dash Auction app, the one that Nathan Burke scored on. Utah got on the board first, 11-11 into the first period. It was on the second half of a double minor for high sticking. Peter Laviolette got a double minor for high sticking, 9:09 into the first period. And 2 seconds into the second half of the double minor is when Nathan Burke scored his 16th of the year, with Mick Messner and Cole Gallant getting the assists. Utah extended the lead to 2-0, 17:34 in. As Brett Stapley got his 15th of the year, Mick Messner picked up an assist. Messner also got an assist on the Burke goal. So Mick Messner already with the multiple-point game, and it's his 7th multiple-point contest so far this season, which is tied with Nathan Burke for 4th on the club. Utah led 2-0 after one. They outshot the Nailers 13-10. Early in the second period, the Nailers got on the board. Isaac Boulivu got his 9th of the season. He scored 3:24 in, with Peter Laviolette and Sebastian Dervin getting the assists. Nailers tied it up as Louis Rail got an unassisted goal, 9:49 into the second. The puck just kind of pinballed towards him, and he fired a backhand shot. He was about 10 feet in front of Januzzi. Crafty backhand shot. I'm not sure Januzzi really had good vision of it, and before he knew it, it was in the back of his net. So Louis Rail gets an unassisted goal, 9:49 into the second. There were a few power plays in the second half of the second period. Matthew Corsia got 2 minutes for roughing, 11:01 into the second period. Grizzlies had 3 power play shots in 2 power plays in the second period. Peter Laviolette got a holding minor, 16:11 into the second. Really, the Grizzlies on that power play, they had a lot of offensive zone time. They really did a good job working the puck around, especially that first power play unit with Bocage, Mayhew, and Stapley, and then down low it was where Cutler and Fitz were. Grizzlies really did a good job working the puck around. They were very patient with their approach. They weren't able to get many shots there, but they really did a good job of working the puck around, and even though they didn't score a goal, it looked like the process was certainly there. Utah is 1 for 4 on the power play. Max Nill for Utah got a tripping minor, 18:06 into the second, and he'll be in the box for the first 6 seconds of the third period. So after 2 frames, we're tied at 2. It's anybody's game. We'll see if the Grizzlies have a strong third period in store for them. Remember, the Grizzlies lately have been outstanding in the third periods. You think about over the last 10 games, Grizzlies have just about doubled up the opposition in terms of goals in the third frame. So watch out for the Grizzlies. In particular, at home, the Grizzlies have been outstanding in third periods. So we'll see what happens here. And looking at a tie game after 2, you kind of think about, over a possible overtime. Well, the Grizzlies have had 5 games decided past regulation this season. All 5 of them have been on the road. So if the Grizzlies do get overtime here at Maverick Center, will be the first time that they will have an overtime game here at Maverick Center this year. All the other ones have been past regulation. Both clubs have actually been pretty good past regulation this season. The Wheeling Nailers, beyond regulation, have played in 8 games, and they have a 6-2 record. Grizzlies are 4-1 in overtime this year. So you're talking about teams that seem to know how to win. For the Grizzlies, that's what's gotten them climbing back into the Mountain Division standings. And, that's a big reason as to why they're 7-2-1 over their last 10 games. Has been their strong third periods. And for Wheeling, they've won 12 in a row, which is time for the franchise record. They're looking for a franchise record. If they can get a win tonight, it would be their 13th consecutive win. Interestingly enough, before the 12-game winning streak that started on January 19th, the Nailers were a 500 club. They had a record of 16-1-1 before the winning streak that started on January 19th against the Iowa Heartlanders. And on that stretch, it's really been the Jordan Martell show. Martell in the 12-game winning streak has 12 goals and 6 assists and a plus 16 rating. The Nailers have really done a good job defensively. They've got a talented group of defensemen. We're seeing them all for the first time here tonight. And it looks like, you can just go down the list at all 6 defensemen that are in the lineup tonight, and they've all made a real good contribution. Whether it's Isaac Boulivu, who, obviously scored their first goal. Timo Nickel's certainly been physical. David Drake has made quick decisions with the puck, as has Sebastian Dervin. I've been impressed with Davis Bunz. He plays a physical brand of hockey. Justin Lee and obviously Louis Relis scored the goal. Most of their guys on the blue line are 6'2" and bigger. So you're talking about one of the bigger teams the Grizzlies will play all season in the Wheeling Nailers, and it seems like it's been a physical first two periods, and I got a feeling that as the series progresses, it's just going to continue to get more and more physical. Second intermission, we're tied at 2. Don't quite know what the attendance is yet, but I got to imagine we're over 6,000. Remember, the Grizzlies are averaging over 7,300 fans per game over the last 9 home games. When we come back, we'll go over some scores from around the league. As once again, the Nailers and the Grizzlies are tied at 2 after 2 periods on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Maverick's new bean-to-cup machines always deliver a freshly ground cup of coffee on demand, so you can enjoy any of our premium roasts at their best, day or night, hot or iced. Enjoy a fresh cup today.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
At Black Bear Diner, you always get more. More choice. More amazing food. More value. So get more. And get it today.
Black Bear Diner.
Welcome back to Grizzlies Hockey. Second intermission. We're tied at 2. Let's go over some other action in the league. Allen defeated Tulsa 4-2. As both teams had 1 goal in the third period. Allen creeps closer to Tulsa for third place in the Mountain Division. Tulsa keeps third place. They've got 49 standings points, but with the regulation win, Allen now has 47 points on the season, so that'll be an interesting Saturday night matchup. That's going to be an afternoon game, Tulsa at Allen, as third place will be on the line in the Mountain Division. Tulsa loses 4-2 to Allen, who gains some ground on Tulsa for third place in the Mountain Division standings. Kansas City defeats Wichita 5-2 as the Mavericks are now unbeaten in 9 straight games. In fact, they are 8-0-1 over their last 19 contests. It was a road victory for Kansas City, and they are now 20-2 away from Cable Dahmer Arena. So you're talking about dominance. It's not been at home for Kansas City necessarily. It's been on the road, where they are now 20-0-1 away from Cable Dahmer Arena. Kansas City defeats Wichita 5-2. One other game in progress outside of the one here at Maverick Center. Just starting out the third period, Rapid City has a 3-2 lead over the Idaho Steelheads. That's certainly an interesting one. The Grizzlies face Rapid City 6 times in the month of March. Rapid City has goals from Blake Bennett, Logan Nelson, and Simon Boyko. Boy, Boyko was signed in late January from the SPHL, and he's been unbelievable. He's already got 6 goals for the Rush. Francisco Arcuri and Patrick Kudla have the Idaho goals. There was a penalty shot in the game. Mark Rassel got a penalty shot a minute 30 into the contest, but he was denied by Matt Radomski, the Rapid City goaltender. Early third period, Rapid City leads Idaho 3-2. Other action in the league that's gone final. Adirondack defeats Reading 5-2. In overtime, Kalamazoo is a 4-3 winner over Fort Wayne. Also in overtime, Jacksonville defeats Florida 2-1. South Carolina opens up a can on Greenville 7-0, the final score there. Norfolk defeats Maine 5-4. Remember, the Norfolk Admirals will be at Maverick Center for a 3-game set in the month of March. Savannah defeats Atlanta 4-1. Toledo over Cincinnati 6-4. Indy blows out Iowa 7-1. So that's the action around the ECHL on this Friday night. Don't forget, we got a busy night tomorrow in the league. Just about everybody's going to be in action. Tomorrow, Wichita continues their series at Kansas City. Idaho is at Rapid City. Tulsa is at Allen. And Wheeling is at Utah. That's the Mountain Division battles tomorrow night. One NHL game, second intermission. Carolina leads Arizona 4-1. Carolina's had another good, solid season. They are 30-17-5 on the campaign. We'll come back and have third period action here at Maverick Center as it's the first of two games here in Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend. And as we're tied at 2, Utah 2 first period goals scored by two of their top forwards, Nathan Burke and Brett Stapley, and the Nailers responded with 2 second period goals, both of them by defensemen, Isaac Beaulieu and Louis Rail. We'll come back and have third period action on the other side as we're tied at 2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to AmericaFirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh! That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Stop in for our Founders Celebration Sale and save up to $150 on select sets of Ford tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 19...
Tied at 2, about set for third period action. If you joined us late, there were a few transactions made earlier today. Grizzlies were short on defensemen after Josh Wesley last Saturday got called up to the AHL's Colorado Eagles, and just yesterday, defenseman Keone Teixeira was loaned to the AHL's San Jose Barracuda, which left the Grizzlies with 5 healthy defensemen. Earlier today, they signed defenseman Cody Corbett. Corbett has played in over 260 pro games, which means that he is listed as a veteran. He'd be one of 3 veterans for the Grizzlies, and the other 2 are in the AHL right now. Both Josh Wesley and Keone Teixeira have played in over 300 professional games. For Corbett, he has 95 games of AHL experience with Lake Erie, San Antonio, and Bakersfield. He's also played in 187 games in this league with Fort Wayne, Colorado, South Carolina, Idaho, Atlanta, Allen, and Kalamazoo. Corbett has played in 12 games against the Grizzlies over his career, and he has 3 assists, all of them coming with Idaho in the 2017-2018 season. In the WHL with the Edmonton Oil Kings, he was part of 2 WHL championship clubs. That was back in 2012 and 2014. He was also a member of the Oil Kings 2014 Memorial Cup Championship Club. So Cody Corbett certainly comes in with good credentials. It's been a while since he played hockey, as he last played professionally with Kalamazoo in the 2021-22 season. Earlier today, the Grizzlies picked up forward Alex Bokaj as well as goaltender Arvid Holm. Bokaj, through 2 periods, has 1 shot and a -1 rating. For Arvid Holm, he is listed as the backup tonight. As he is on the Grizzlies bench, it's possible that Holm will make his Grizzlies debut at some point in this series. Wheeling will be on the power play for the first 6 seconds of this second period as Max Nill is finishing up his tripping minor. Grizzlies have been a strong third period club here over the last handful of games. In particular here at Maverick Center, Grizzlies have been strong in the third periods. In fact, over the last 10 games, Grizzlies have outscored opponents 15-8 in the third period. So we'll see if they got another one here in store. Utah's really done a good job over the last 20 games. They are 14-6-1 over their last 20 contests to try to climb back into the Mountain Division playoff picture. Utah will start the third period with Kyle Mayhew. He's out there with Robbie Stucker. Taking the draw to start the third is Brett Stapley, and Brandon Cutler's also out there as well. Stucker and Mayhew have played a ton of minutes here for the Grizzlies through 2 periods. Draw one by Utah goes past Stucker onto Januzzi, who gets it back towards Stucker. Grizzlies skate from right to left as we see it from high top section 114. Your mind's eye see it on YouTube. Mayhew will drag it out to center ice left wing. He gets around to Skater. Now Mayhew left side shot. Saved by Gorche. Bounced off his chest. Stays in play. Stucker high slot shot. Kick saved by Gorche. As Stapley behind the net gets pushed. He moves up top for Stucker high slot. Stucker over towards the near side for Stapley's. We're skating 5-on-5 as Cutler near corner. Roulette challenges Cutler, goes back towards Stucker, gets across to Cutler, take a shot, saved by Gorche. Cutler hacks away, but Gorche's covered up. Boy, Cutler had a good shot there from the far side, but Gorche robbed him. Cutler puts his stick right there over his head, and exasperated, he's trying to figure out why he didn't get his 22nd of the year. As Cutler shakes his head back and forth, he's wearing one of those shields in front of his face as he got hit with a puck in morning skate right there along the face. Cutler taps a stick off the boards near the Grizzlies bench as he knows he just missed one, as we're still tied at 2, 39 seconds into the second period. As Stucker just slid it across towards Cutler, Gorche dove and did the splits. Gorche was able to cover up the 5-hole and hold on. Gallant will take the draw. He's got Bocage to his left and Burt to his right. Up top is Wickers and Semick. He's a fan chugging a beer. Draw one by the Grizzlies. A Semick right point. They'll toss it to the corner. Now Bocage gets pushed in the back by Justin Lee. Lee holds up Bocage as Burke gets the puck. As he won it out of the scrum. Burke dances around. He gets up top to Wickers left side. As Wickers will tattoo it off the near boards. Goes over to Bocage as he gets pushed by number 10, David Jankowski. Puck rolls towards the far side. Burke delivers a hit on Louis Rell, who's got one of the 2 Wheeling goals. Left side for Wickers. He gets it back up top to Semick. One-timer. It's blocked away and goes wide as it bounced off of Koopman's stick. As Matt Koopman crosses center ice, he's got good speed. Left circle. Lefty shot. Saved by Januzzi, and Dante holds on as we get a whistle with 18:39 left in the third. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. There's a crowd of, I imagine, over 6,000 are here. First of a 3-game set. Don't forget to get your tickets for tomorrow night as Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend continues, presented by Mountain Land Supply Company. Your tickets, UtahGrizzlies.com, or call 801-988-8000. That's 801-988-8000. Draw on the far circle is won by Wheeling. As high slot, backhand shot goes wide as it taps off the end boards. As the Nailers, Sebastian Dervin gets challenged by Stucker. Puck lifts and bounces off of Penner's glove. As Grizzlies pushing out the center, it's taken back by the Nailers. As they'll feed it off the near wall, it bounces off of Mayhew. It's Nailers step over the line as Boomhauer gets pushed by Mayhew and hits the ice. Grizzlies come back the other way, 3-on-2. Fitz crosses center. Now he steps over the line. It's now 3-on-3. Fitz stops in the left point, directs it across off the far boards towards Stucker. Stucker over to Penner, right side. Shot is blocked away by Boulivu. As the Nailers, skating from left to right, will flip it high into the air. As the puck skips into the Grizzlies zone, Mayhew chases after it as the arm is raised by the linesman. And icing is on Wheeling with 17:54 left in the third. We know there's a lot of sports and entertainment options out there. We appreciate you choosing the Grizzlies tonight. Faceoff's going to be taken in the near circle. Brandon Cutler will take it. As he communicates with Brett Stapley. Well, it's been a strong 2-man duo. Lately, they've been paired up with Adam Berg, but Berg is a scratch tonight. He'll probably be back in the lineup tomorrow in the middle game of the set. Cody Cron and Dean Yakur are also scratches, as well as defenseman Kay Jensen and Michael Underwood, who are both out due to injuries. Draw in the near circle. Messner will take it against Peter Laviolette. Laviolette's got 6 minutes worth of penalties here so far tonight. Grizzlies win the draw as Cutler will tattoo it off the near boards. Messner gets double teamed. Cutler joins the play as the puck drifts towards the end boards, and the puck goes to the far side. Stucker throws it behind his back for Messner. He fakes it to Cutler and gets it towards Stapley. As Grizzlies skate around the net towards the near side. There's Utah over with Stucker. He skates towards the high slot. He'll take a righty shot that goes wide as it taps off the boards towards Stucker. It glances off his ankle. As the Nailers feed it across, Mayhew gets a stick in the way as it flies into the Nailer zone. Louis Rail gets around Messner. Now push it ahead as Wheeling gets the neutralize. Boomhauer loses it. He gets it back. Boomhauer across center ice. So firing on to Januzzi, who just shovels it ahead to Mayhew. Mayhew directs it to Stapley left side. He gets spun around at neutralized by David Drake. Drake divorced him of the puck as the Nailers cross center ice. 2-on-2. Nailers enter the zone. Left circle. They try to feather it out in front to Koopman, and it bounced off the Grizzly. As Utah will tap it out to center ice. Bouncing puck goes to the Nailers. They'll peel back into their own zone. As they get it across off the near wall, it goes towards Nickel. Nickel wearing number 82 as the Nailers pushing out to center ice. It glances off at Jamie Rome's stick and it flies into the Grizzly zone. Addison near side as it glances off his skate. Max Neal will carry it out to center ice before Rome took it away. As the Nailers cross center ice, they'll chip it off the far wing boards. And dumping it in is McChesney. McChesney got thrown into the Grizzlies bench. Fans like that. Addison pushes towards Neal, but cutting it off is Buns, who will backhand it across. Nailers cross center ice, left wing. They're trying to get around Fitz and instead just dump it in. Near side, Martel gets blasted by Addison and Wickers. It's the Nailers as Addison delivers a good shoulder and takes Corsia off the puck. Grizzlies cross center. Mayhew will saucer it in. He'll chase after it, but it's the Nailers that have the puck. Wheeling back in their own zone. They'll push it ahead towards Laderoute. Laderoute will dump it in and chase after it. Januzzi will drift it towards the near side. As Fitz gets spun around, Corsia, right side, lefty shot. It's the side of the net. Stucker, far side, gathers the puck. Grizzlies spread the ice. Stucker, he's confident with the puck. He'll diagonal it to the left for Fitz. Fitz will push it in. Chasing after it's Cole Gallant. He's got good speed. The Western Michigan product has it taken away as Nailers pushing out the center ice. Laderoute steps over the line, right side. Toe drag, righty shot is blocked by Wickers. Laderoute chases after it, but the Grizzlies will tap it towards the near corner. And it deflects off the stick and goes out of play. It bounced off the glass or a stick, says the referee. No delay of game penalty. As we'll continue to skate 5-on-5. There's 15:25 left in the third. We're tied at 2. It's been a fun game here so far. Shots been pretty close to even throughout. Utah's up to 26 shots. Wheeling has 24. Penner will take the face-off against Matthew Corsia. Corsia, Laderoute, and Jordan Martel make up their top forward line. As a draw won by Utah, Semic will push it off the referee in the far corner. Nailers look to center to bounce off the Wickers. Chasing after it as David Jankowski will push it to the left side. Lefty shot. Hits a stick and flies way in the air. Almost hits the roof, and it bounces in play. A penalty, though, is going to be called. Interference. Let's see what it's going to be on. And Naylor looks like he's skating towards center ice. And let's see if anybody goes towards the box. It's going to be a Naylor's penalty. As Matt Koopman will enter the Rogers and Russell Legal Solutions holding cell for 2 minutes. Interference to the call as the shot was taken from the left side, bounced off a stick and flew high into the air, so high it almost hit the roof. As Koopman ran into Dante Januzzi. And that's what the penalty was. Koopman was probably arguing that he got hit into. Looked like for a second Jarrett Lee wanted to take the penalty, but instead it's Koopman going to the box as Koopman ran into Dante Januzzi. So see if the power play can get going for the Grizzlies. Utah is 1 for 3 on the power play so far tonight. Make that 1 for 4. Cutler will take the draw. He's got Fitz to his left, Bocage to his right. Up top is the University of Denver connection, Kyle Mayhew and Brett Stapley. As draw won by Utah. Mayhew fakes to Stapley. He'll tap it off the near boards for Fitz. Fitz has 8 goals this season, including some big ones. Over to Bocage. He'll Directed over to Mayhew. Back to Bocage. Left circle. Toe drag. Righty shot. Goes high and wide out of play. As David Drake might have gotten a stick in it. Bocage looked like he was trying to go top left corner and just missed everything. Goaltender interference, the call on Matt Koopman. Time of penalty, 4:50 into the third period. Face off in the near circles, won by Cutler. Mayhew on the left side. Skates towards the high slot. Now over to Bocage. Back to Cutler, over to Bocage. Now to Mayhew, over to Bocage. Left circle. He'll fake. Now get it to Mayhew. Back towards Bocage. Who fakes a one-timer. Skates towards the slot. Righty shot. Saved by Gorche. On to Bocage. Who centers it to Cutler. Shot goes wide on a one-timer. Right side Stapley will bouncing off a Naylor. It goes to neutral ice. Stapley battles near the Wheeling bench. And the Nailers take it away. And Jankowski dumps it in. Dante Januzzi behind his net as the Nailers get 4 fresh skaters on the ice. Utah keeps the same 5-man unit. Mayhew gets the center ice, across the center, drops it off for Bocage. Third-year pro Bocage. Last of a 3-year NHL entry-level deal. He enters his zone but loses the puck. Wheeling, toss off the near boards. It's kept in by Fitz, who saucers it to Mayhew at the line. Mayhew keeps it in. He'll feed it to the far corner, but nobody home. As the Nailers spin it to the near side, Bocage keeps it in. He gets spun around. As Cutler left side, directs it across. As Mayhew skates towards the high slot, he'll get to the right side. Righty shot. Saved by Gorche. Rebound goes to Bocage. He will spin it to Mayhew in the left point. Mayhew skates towards his right. Fires towards the net. Gorche makes a glove save as he just snatched it out of the air about shoulder high. Mayhew skates towards the bench. As Gorche holds on. 36 seconds left in the power play. Grizzlies will change things up. Good work by that power play unit. Wheeling's penalty kill is 78.6% this season, but they've played well lately. Messner will take the drive. He's got Neal to his right and Burke to his left. Up top is Stucker and Gallant. Draw one by Wheeling. They'll spin along the far side. It's cut off by Gallant on the right side. Gallant, the Western Michigan product, throws it behind his back to Stucker. Stucker fakes it to Burke. He's now in the high slot. Stucker fakes it to Gallant. He glides towards the left circle as Gallant feeds up top for Gallant. Now to Burke. Burke's on the right wing over to Stucker. One-timer, he flubbed it as the puck goes towards Messner. Back to Stucker. Skates towards his right. Stucker over to Burke. Burke's got a power play goal tonight. 16 goals overall this season. Stucker over to Messner. He gets it back to Stucker. It gets to the right side. Gallant skates towards the right circle. Take a shot. He scores! Cole Gallant gets his 8th of the year. And the Grizzlies have taken a 3-2 lead. Boy, Gallant went top shelf. He went glove side over Gorche. Boy, he was all alone on the right side and had plenty of time to fire a beauty. As Grizzlies take the lead, Stucker's going to get an assist as Gallant just glided towards the circle. And he just roofed it over the right glove of Taylor Gorche. So it's the Grizzlies 3 and the Nailers 2. Utah's 2 power play goals tonight, and that's made the difference. As Wheeling wins the draw, they skate from left to right. Koopman fresh out of the box. Gains the line right side. He skates towards the circle. Koopman gets around Wickers. He'll take a shot. And it's sticked away by Januzzi, who covers up in the crease. Great job by the Grizzlies, especially Addison and Wickers, to box out Wheeling in front of the net. So Robbie Stucker gets his first assist in the Grizzlies uniform and his 12th overall. Mick Messner also picks up an assist. That's his 3rd assist of the game. 12:56 left in the third period. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Nailers 2. We're back in 1 minute on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
This isn't just copper. It's our job. It's food on our family's tables. Without it, we couldn't stay in touch. It's what keeps our homes warm and our lights on. It's the power behind the team and a greener, brighter future. This isn't just copper. It's a proud Utah and a strong America.
Smith's always gives you more ways to save on top of our lower than low prices. And when you download the Smith's app, you can enjoy over $500 in savings every week with digital coupons and earn fuel points to save up to $1 per gallon at the pump. With a Boost membership, you'll save even more with double fuel points and free delivery. Discover more ways to save big every day. Smith's, fresh for everyone.
12:56 left in the third period. Utah leads 3-2 as Cole Gallant got a power play goal 6:50 into the third period. Gallant got the goal with Stucker and Messner getting the assist. Messner now has an assist in all three of the Grizzlies' goals. Well, hopefully Mary Lou's has a good time hanging out with Don Arcillo and Mark Grant. She's going to be the new dugout sideline reporter for the San Diego Padres. And we get some real pushing and shoving before the faceoff as Quinn Wickers and Sebastian Durbin exchange a few pushes and some nouns and verbs and adjectives that aren't Disney friendly. No penalties. The officials broke it up. As the linesman wants to separate Durbin with the two Grizzlies that are stationed in front of him. Yeah, Mary Lou's going to be with the San Diego Padres this year. It's going to be fun. She'll hang out with Don Arcillo and Mark Grant and the whole Padres organization. Probably Manny Machado, Francisco Tatis, and all those guys. Nailers have it at center ice, 3-on-3. They step over the line, left point, lefty shot, and a blocker saved by Januzzi. Wheeling gets the rebound. They throw it in front to Laviolette and swings and misses. Stapley gets the puck. He gets a new try. He'll saucer it ahead, but it's gloved and dropped by the Nailers near their line. As Wheeling will brush it across towards Davis Bunce, who pushes a blue line to blue line pass that connects towards Boomhauer. Boomhauer gets poked away by Burke. As Stapley gets hit by Boomhauer and advances to Utah. Grizzlies step over the line as Bocage drifts to his right. Righty shot. Glove saved by Gauthier. He holds on with 12-12 left in the third. So Grizzlies lead 3-2. And Skip Carey, the old Braves broadcaster, would say, insurance won't hurt. Grizzlies had 2 goals in the first period. Wheeling had 2 in the second. And really, it's been the power play for Utah here tonight. And Cole Gallant got Utah 3-2 lead. He scored with Stucker and Messner getting the assists. As Wheeling wins the draw, they'll push it out towards center ice. As Grizzlies enter the zone left side, Bocage will push it back to neutral ice. As Mayhew will throw it back deep in the Grizzlies zone as I think it bounced off of Latteroute. As the Nailers trying to get it to Latteroute out in front of the net. It's poked away by Utah as Stucker pushes ahead. Stucker's played a ton of minutes tonight, and he's played well. He was acquired last week in a trade for Dakota Raby. 2-on-2 battle behind Wheeling's net as Bocage will drift it towards the near side as Penner cuts in front of Latteroute, and he'll center it towards Bocage. He'll take a righty shot that goes wide. Burke, sharp-angled shot, bounces off of Gauthier, who's able to somehow gather it and hold on with 11:30 left in the third. Tonight's attendance, 6,506. 6506er on a Friday night. As the crowds at Maverick Center over the last 10 games have just continued to amaze. Utah over the last 10 home games, if you count tonight, averaging just about 7,200 a game. The hockey renaissance here in the Salt Lake Valley continues. Wheeling wins the draw. Utah's got a 1-goal lead. Wheeling, diagonal pass will bounce off of Fitz. Goes towards the near side as Rail pushes it in. Rail's last name is Roehl. As Martel will center it to Koopman. Lefty shot. And a blocker saved by Januzzi. Now another attempt. The stick goes flying in the air as Januzzi is able to hold on. 11-11 left in the third. Januzzi's been busy, seeing 27 shots, and he's done a great job stopping 25 of them. For the Grizzlies, they're up to 33 shots. And I keep calling him Trevor. Taylor Gauthier has saved 30 of them. Wheeling got that penalty 4:50 into the third period. The goal was scored 6:50 in. So I guess technically you can say it was an even strength goal. I think that's what the box score would say. But, the guy out of the penalty box wasn't able to influence the play as Gallant had scored right as the penalty came to an end. Nailers behind the net will bounce it off the Penner. As action deep in the Grizzlies zone, they throw it towards Fitz as Wheeling one-hands it to the left point, and they'll tap it off the end boards. Martel along the near goal line, pushes up top to Rail. He glides towards his left. Now he feeds to the left circle. Lefty shot is blocked by Penner. As Fitz dances around the far circle, Flubden trying to clear it out. As the Nailers get double teamed, it goes back to Fitz. Fitz will direct it over the head of a Nailer, but it stays in the zone as Penner gets hit with a high stick, no call. And he'll come off the ice, make that Aragon. Nailers step over the line. Koopman gets double teamed. He'll fire towards the net, and it's sticked away by Januzzi. Martel right side shot is blocked away by Stucker. as Buns will throw it to the far corner. As it's gloved and dropped by Korchia. And he'll center it out in front. Grizzlies dive to try to clear it out. And Fitz will backhand it to neutral ice. Great defensive effort by the Grizzlies. Justin Lee will backhand it to Martell at the line. And Mayhew will one-hand it back into Naylor's territory. Taking it's Davis Buns. He'll skeet towards the near side. He gets hit. Addison left side. He'll take a lefty shot. Saved by Gorche. Rebound goes all the way towards the line. Taken by Jankowski. He'll cross center ice. Jankowski drops it off for Buns. Buns backhands it out in front. It's tossed away by Utah. Grizz have a 2-on-1 the other way. Cutler over to Stapley, who steps over the line on side. Stapley glides towards the left point. Now he keeps the puck towards the near corner. Centers out in front. The Cutler shot is blocked away by Buns. As the Grizzlies get it towards the left side. And shot saved by Gorche. And that was taken by Corbett. As Naylor step over the offensive line, Laderoute collides with Corbett. Puck glides towards Januzzi, who covers up. And we get a whistle with 9:24 left in the third. So we pass the halfway point of this third period. A couple officials heading out towards center ice. As referee goes to the scores table with 9:24 left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 3, the Nailers 2. Draws going to be in the near circle. As looks like they're going to go to video replay. The call on the ice is no goal. They're going to video replay. As Utah leads 3-2 with 9:24 left in the third. Good crowd here tonight, 6,506. It's the first of a three-game set. Don't forget to join us tomorrow night as the referee comes out of the scores table. No goals the ruling. As it's still a 3-2 game. Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend presented by Mountain Land Supply Company continues tomorrow. Don't forget that Monday is going to be a special 3:10 start, 2:50 pregame show. It's going to be Marvel Superhero Days. The Grizzlies are going to be wearing Spider-Man themed specialty jerseys. They show the replay as the puck was near the goal line before the Grizzlies were able to clear it out. It looked like the puck was sliding between Januzzi's leg. The Grizzlies did a great job clearing it out. Wheeling wins the offensive zone draw. Nickel fires towards the net from the right point, and it flies high into the air off the protective netting and out of play. 9:17 left in the third. Draw's going to stay in the Grizzly zone in the near circle. Gallant will take the face-off. Peter Laviolette on the other side. Laviolette born in Wheeling, West Virginia. That was the same year that Peter Laviolette was head coach of the Nailers. That was following his pro career. It was his first year as a coach. As Wheeling danced around far goal line, sharp-angled shot hits the side of the net. And Januzzi was able to cover it. So the shot was taken by Shaw Boomhauer. Boomhauer in his third game in the league this season. Dylan Fitz focused and determined as he enters the ice with Aragon and Penner. Looks like Wickers is going to leave. The defensive pairing is going to be Robbie Stucker and Kyle Mayhew. And you got to be impressed with Stucker, a guy that started the year with Iowa, played in 25 games with the Heartlanders last season, played at South Carolina. At the end of his college career, he played at the University of Vermont with South Carolina. He scored his first professional goal in what I believe was his second pro game. So draw one by the Grizzlies. On to Robbie Stucker behind Januzzi's net. They'll toss it around the far wing boards. Left point. Naylor center it. It's taken away as Boomhauer had a glance off his skate. Penner steps over center ice and they'll dump it in. As Gorche will leave it out. Now it goes to the far side for Laviolette. They'll spin it across the Nailers cross center ice. As Leeling centers it towards Boomhauer. He gets spun around by Stucker. Boomhauer gets hurt. Oh, it looks like he's down as he's laying to the side of Januzzi. It looks like Boomhauer's hurt. Grizzlies step over the offensive line. Wheeling takes it away. But Boomhauer is laying near the side of Utah's net as he collided with Robbie Stucker. And looked like kind of an innocent-looking hit behind the net. But Boomhauer came out of it holding, looks like somewhere around his ribs, somewhere around the midsection. As Stucker looked at Boomhauer, it kind of looked like an innocent-looking hit, but Boomhauer goes down, and he's being looked at by the athletic trainer. Lauren Riddle is the athletic trainer for Wheeling. It's her second season on the job. It's good to see DJ, the Wheeling broadcaster, hanging out here high atop section 114. You know that every broadcaster except for Indy travels their broadcaster to road games. The only reason why Indy doesn't is for reasons I can never figure out. They don't broadcast road games, period. Utah leads 3-2. The difference maker is what I believe is an even strength goal with Cole Gallant scoring from the right wing, with Stucker and Messner getting the assists. As now 5 different Nailers skaters are out looking, make that 4 different skaters are out looking at Boomhauer. As Boomhauer must have accidentally gotten a stick towards his ribs or towards his side. As he's continuing to be looked at as he's on 2 knees. 8:33 left in the third period. Boomhauer's back to his feet. Looks like there's a timeout on the ice. 8:33 left in the third. Utah leads 3-2 on the Grizzlies Hockey Network.
The road can be a crazy place. Uh-oh. That's why Les Schwab Tires fixes brakes, steering, and more. And those guys don't. Keep driving. I'm just glad Les Schwab puts my safety first, so I can backseat drive with confidence.
Stop in for our Founders Celebration Sale and save up to $150 on select sets of Ford tires. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
.33 left in the third period. Utah leads 3-2 as Boomhauer went to the bench slowly. Draws giving the Wheeling zone. We're skating 5-on-5 off the draw. Stapley righty shot goes wide. As Cody Corbett in his Grizzlies debut tosses towards the end boards, but it's taken by the Nailers, who skate from left to right as we see it from section 114. It's the Nailers. Koopman gains center ice, no backhanded in. Januzzi gets it towards Corbett, who slides it to the far side as Cutler directs it to Stapley. Stapley over to Wickers, who taps it off a Nailer as they battle on the far side in the Grizzlies zone. Utah will saucer it out to center ice. Chasing after it is Beaulieu, and still backhanded across. Rail pushes ahead. The Nailers cross center ice. Martel wings it across. Koopman couldn't get it. Puck goes back over to the left side. It bounced off a skate and goes to Cutler at center ice. Cutler slides it to his left. Nailers chase after it, and Beaulieu gets it. So push it ahead. The Nailers will backhand it in. Chasing after it's Corsia, as well as number 10, Jankowski. Grizzlies come out with the puck, though. Utah's done a good job winning the 50-50 pucks. Gallant, 3-on-2, cross the center ice to get to Burke. He gets a good check from Jarrett Lee. As Lee with a good hip check. Martel gets the bouncing puck at center ice, but it goes to Mayhew. As Martel's at the end of his shift. Stucker will slide it ahead. The Grizzlies get to neutral ice. As Gallant spins around and throws it to Bocage, who taps it in. Bocage chasing after it. Gallant left side. Shot. Bounces off the right shoulder of Gorche as puck deep in the Nailer zone. Wheeling skating from left to right. They'll move it ahead. Wheeling will toss it to the left side as they'll skate across the far goal line, and they fall down. Stucker takes the puck. Falling down was Latteroot. As Grizzlies lift it high into the air, it's gloved and dropped by Justin Lee at center ice. Grizzlies make a line change. Less than 7 minutes left in the third. The Nailers step over the line. Jarrett Lee dumps it in deeper. Jarrett Lee, no relation to Justin Lee. They're not even from the same country. Grizzlies get to Penner at neutral ice. They'll throw it in, but he did it from Grizzlies territory, but no icing on the plays. Grizzlies sneak in a line change. Nailers deep in their own zone, trailing 3-2. This puck bounces to Jamie Roan. Rome and his third different ECHL teams. It's pushed towards Laviolette. Puck flips in the air. It's taken by Rome, who gets around Fitz and dumps it in. Rome chasing after it in the near corner as Rome gets double teamed. As Rome will skate towards a point. Now it goes towards Nickel. Now back to Rome in the high slot. He'll move it to his left. Left point. Lefty shot is kicked away by Januzzi, and it goes out of play. As Januzzi had Corbett towards his right. As Januzzi was able to poke it away. 6:09 left in the third. Draw's going to be in the Grizzlies zone. A lot of hands on sticks. Grizzlies did spend some time off this week as they took what's considered their all-star break, as they had a few days off from Sunday through Wednesday and got back to practicing yesterday in preparation for tonight's game. Fans take up a Let's Go Grizzlies chant. 6,506 of them here at Maverick Center. Draws in the far circle. Stapley wins it as Grizzlies get to Wickers around his net. They'll push it to Messner on the near side. Messner keeps his head up, and he'll direct it to the right side for Stapley. As Stapley will dump it in. He was trying to enter the zone, but Cutler got pushed into the wheeling end. The Nailers will get across center ice. They carry it across center. Now they step over the line as Laviolette avoids a check. He's on the far side. He gets pushed by Stapley. Laviolette gets hit by Corbett and gets held up. Utah takes the puck away as Wickers over to Cutler, who flips it out to center ice. Nickel regains the line left side as Nickel bouncing off of Corbett. As Corbett gets pushed by Nickel. Boy, Nickel's been a physical sort here tonight. Cutler will brush it ahead. It goes to the wheeling line, taken by Rail, who fakes it to his left, and he'll drop it off to the right. Nailers cross center ice, and they'll skate over, and they look for a centering pass to Corsia, and the puck goes back to Utah. Grizzlies done a good job protecting the middle today. Out to center ice, Bocage gets a good shoulder check. As the Nailers will cross center ice, they'll push it ahead to Martel, couldn't reach it. Januzzi will glance it towards the near side as Mayhew will move it ahead towards Bocage. Bocage steps over the line, fakes it to his left. He gets hit. But Bocage on two knees was able to throw it in deeper as the Grizzlies are able to get back defensively. Less than 5 minutes left in regulation. Right wing push. The Nailers gained the line. Jarrett Lee drops it off for Beaulieu. As Beaulieu centers to Martel, take a righty shot. Look, saved by Januzzi. He holds on as Martel had a great look, a grade A chance down the middle. Martel just finessed the righty shot, but Januzzi was able to make the save on. 4:45 left in the third. It's the Grizzlies 3 and the Nailers 2. Gallant scored 6:50 into the third, and the Grizzlies have done a good job holding on to the lead so far. Draws give me in the far circle. Mick Messner's got 3 assists tonight. That's draw one by the Nailers. Left point shot is blocked in the slot. As Nailers dropping off, righty shot saved by Januzzi. And the rebound goes towards the far side. Justin Lee keeps it in. The Denver product fires towards the net. Shot save. Rebound shot hits the post. Back to Januzzi, who covers up. Boy, Lee threw it towards the middle. And looked like a shot was taken by Jankowski. He hit the post, and the iron was unkind. It went back towards Januzzi. And Dante was able to make the stop. That's exactly what happened. It hit off the post and hit off of the back of Januzzi's leg. Luckily for Dante, it didn't squirt too far towards the goal line, and he was able to easily cover up. So it's still a 3-2 game. Draw one by the Nailers. They get it up top, but Utah takes it away. Dylan Fitz will lift it high into the air, and the long-distance flight ends up in the wheeling zone. As it's taken by Davis Bunz, who skates around his net towards the far side. Nailers get it challenged by Fitz. Now the Nailers get it back as Fitz will bat it out to center ice. Aragon gathers it. He's at the center ice red line. He'll fire it in as the puck is gloved and dropped, and it flips out of play into row 2 of section 113. Oh, it looked like it hit a fan in the face. As a fan gets hit in the face in the front row of section 113. It looks like they need medical attention. 4:04 left in the third period. 4 minutes, 4 seconds left in the third. As hopefully that fan's okay. He got hit in the front row of section 113. So John's going to be in the wheeling zone. See if the Grizzlies can find a way to hold on to this 1-goal lead. They've done a great job defensively, intercepting centering passes and things like it. Penner will take the draw. He's got Fitz to his left and Aragon to his right. Grizzlies win the face-off as Fitz throws it to Penner. He's in the near corner as he gets hit by Jankowski. Penner flips it up top for Wickers, who slides it back towards Fitz. Now to the right side. Lefty shot saved by Gorche. He holds on with 3:50 left in the third. And some pushing and shoving after the whistle. We're back in 30 seconds after this word from America First Credit Union.
Since 1939, America First has helped people start businesses, buy homes and cars, and achieve their financial goals. Today, our top priority is still the financial success of you and your family, which is why we're giving new members $100 when they sign up for a basic savings and checking account, and another $100 when they upgrade to premium checking and enroll in and use direct deposit. So head to americafirst.com today and join the credit union that always puts its members first.
Smoke him if you got him. Utah leads 3-2, 3:50 left in the third period. It's winning time here at Maverick Center as Brandon Cutler will take the draw. He's got Stapley to his right and Messner to his left. Up top is Quinn Wickers and Jacob Semick. Wheeling wins the draw. They skate from left to right. They'll push it out to center ice. Puck goes towards Laviolette, who's played a good game. Left side will take a lefty shot. Walker saved by Januzzi. Laviolette feeds it to the point. Nobody home. Wheeling gets it back in their territory. Nickel directs it to the near side as the puck goes towards Jamie Rome. It tapped off of his stick at the Utah line. It goes deep in the zone as Wickers gets double teamed and knocked down. Messner will tap it off a Wheeling stick. The Nailers trying to keep it in, and it looks like we got a penalty. Charging might be the call. Who's it going to be on? Wheeling shakes their head back and forth. That's Laviolette, who's already had two different penalties tonight. He had a double minor for high sticking. Then he picked up another penalty. Laviolette trying to keep his cool as he gets 2 minutes for charging. Laviolette shakes his head back and forth, but the Grizzlies are going to get a late third period power play. Here, Laviolette the third can't believe it, but he's picked up his third different penalty of the game. Fourth if you count the double minor for high sticking as two separate penalties. Laviolette puts both palms in the air. He can't believe he's picked up a penalty here late in the third, trailing by one. Laviolette blasted Quinn Wickers behind Januzzi's net. But that's one of those that could have gone either way, and I think the Grizzlies might have caught a break there. Grizzlies looking for some insurance. They lead 3-2. They scored one power play goal in the first period, and they scored one right at the end of a power play in the third period. Stucker in the near corner, over towards Nil, who spins it around the boards towards the right point. As the Grizzlies over to the right side, get it down low for Nil. Nil's on the far side as he surveys. He'll tap it around the boards for Burke. He gets it up top to Stucker on the left side. Stucker skates towards his right and gets it towards Burke. Burke gets it across. Gallant feathers it out in front towards Neal, who has it tap off his stick. Burke directs it up top for Stucker. Less than 3 minutes left in regulation. Utah leads 3-2. Stucker skates towards the right circle. Snares the Messer. Will take a shot. Saved by Gorche. And he'll hold on and some pushing and shoving after the whistle. I think Wheeling's trying to get Utah to lose their cool and pick up a penalty. Goche's played a pretty good game, stopping 34 of 37. Messner had a pretty good look as the centering feed connected. And Goche was able to find a way to stop it. Boy, that centering pass towards Neal. Boy, it almost connected, and it looked like Neal got hit up high as they show a replay as Justin Lee kind of got him with a cross check up top. Grizzlies make a change. Fitz will be out there on the left wing, Stapley and Cutler. Stapley will take the draw. Up top is Bocage and Mayhew. Grizzlies win it cleanly. Mayhew will skate towards the high slot. He fakes a shot, fakes it to his right. Mayhew gets it towards Bocage, who gets it back up top for Mayhew. Across to Stapley in the right point. Stapley will throw it behind his back for Mayhew over to Bocage. One-timer, kick save by Goche. Wheeling gets the rebound and clears it out. Good job by Sebastian Durbin to clear it out. He's 6'3", 204 pounds. 2:23 and counting left in the third. Grizzlies on the power play for the next 55 seconds. Cutler, left wing, directs it across to Bocage, back towards Fitz along the near wall. Fitz at center ice. Will push it towards Mayhew, over to the left for Cutler. Cutler steps over the line, stops along the near boards. He'll get it across towards Bocage, right side shot. Saved by Goche, and he holds on. Goche has now stopped 36 of 39, and both teams will make a change. 39 seconds left in the Utah power play. 2 minutes and 3 seconds left in regulation. Game was tied at 2 heading into the third period. Cole Gallant scored right as the power play was coming to an end. 6:50 into the third with Messner and Robbie Stucker getting the assist with Stucker's first point in a Grizzlies uniform. Utah wins the draw. Burke on the left side up top for Stucker. He's in the high slot. Stucker over to Burke. Burke directs it to the far corner. Nobody was home. As Bunn spins it around the near side, Burke gets pushed by Jankowski. Jankowski gets it and clears it out. Cole Gallant chases after it. Gallant will backhand it across to Stucker, who's played a good game. Stucker danced around the near corner, deep in the Grizzly zone. 10 seconds left in the power play. Stucker will drag it out to center ice. Stucker slowly dumps it in and skates after it. As Wheeling will brush it towards the far corner. Coming out of the box is Laviolette, and he'll join the plays. Wheeling will lift it into the Grizzly zone. Utah will tap it to center ice. Grizz will get to Penner at center ice. He'll backhand it off a Naylor. Penner will gallop after it in the near side, but it's taken back by Bolio. And so push it to center ice for Koopman. Koopman near center ice, gets pushed by Fitz and taken off the puck. Aragon left side, lefty shot, saved by Gauthier. Rebound, good job by Beaulieu cutting in front of Penner. Less than a minute left as Gauthier is still in net. As Grizzlies get it towards Wickers left side. Toe drag, will feed it down the middle. Lefty shot, saved by Gauthier. Puck still in play. Gauthier will cover up. Boy, 2 golden looks by the Grizzlies out in front. But Gauthier's played a strong game. Was able to hold on. He has now saved 39 of 42. Wheeling's got a 12-game winning streak, which is tied for their franchise record. They're looking to win their 13th in a row, but they need a miracle here in the final minute. Boy, the centering pass connected to Aragon, but Gauthier was somehow able to use his big 6-foot, 2-inch frame to make the stop one after another. Gauthier's on an NHL entry-level contract with the Pittsburgh Penguins. Timeout called by Derek Army, the Wheeling coach. He's hoping to drop a play. Draw's going to be in the Wheeling zone, so I imagine Gauthier is going to stay in net until Wheeling wins the faceoff and at least gets to center ice. And then I imagine Gauthier is going to come off for an extra attacker. Boy, Grizzlies defensively have been on point. They've done a great job intercepting centering passes, forcing Wheeling towards the perimeter. They've really done an outstanding job here tonight. Grizzlies have really done a great job here on home ice, winning 6 of their last 7 home games. It's been a great effort by both teams here tonight. Really a strong defensive effort by both goaltenders. Dante Januzzi so far has saved 29 of 31. I wonder if the music guy knows he's playing the uncensored version of this song. 47.5 seconds left in the third period. Grizzlies, 42 shots to Wheeling's 31. Cutler will take the draw. He's got Stapley to his left and Fitz to his right. Make that Messner to his right instead of Fitz. Wheeling wins the face-off. They'll push it out to center ice for Koopman. Gauthier skating off the ice as Koopman dumps it in. Januzzi behind his net. He'll direct it to the near side. Stapley gets cut off. As they'll bounce it off the Messner onto Cutler. He gets the center ice. Wheeling's net's empty. Cutler will skate around Beaulieu, slide towards the empty net, and he scores! And there's babies in the refrigerator as Brandon Keller gets his 22nd of the year, and Utah has taken a 4-2 lead. Tiresome pushing and shoving after the goal was scored as Brandon Cutler delivers again for Utah. Great play by Mick Messner. I think he's going to get an assist, and if it is, it's Messner's 4th of the game. Wickers having some words for some of his former teammates as the Grizzlies will skate. Brandon Cutler high fives everybody on the Grizzlies bench as it's going to be a win for Ryan Kanasewicz's crew, and the 12-game winning streak is going to come to an end as Cutler just directed it towards the empty net. And then Cutler had some words for Beaulieu, who pushed Messner after the goal scored. And looks like we get free fries courtesy of Carl's Jr. Max Neal will take the draw at center ice. Everybody's going crazy. A lot of fans heading to the exits as the Grizzlies are going to pick up the victory, and they'll now have won 7 of their last 8 home games. Pucks at neutral ice. Wheeling lifts it high into the air. It's batted at the Utah line as Wheeling kicks it deeper in towards Max Neal. Neal skates out to neutral ice. 10 seconds left. He crosses center ice. He'll backhand it in. He avoids a double team. Neal chases after it. Wheeling back in their own end. 3 seconds left, and now we'll do it. Grizzlies win! Grizzlies win 4-2, and there is no doubt about it as Mick Messner scored 4 assists, and the Grizzlies got goals from 4 different forwards, including Nathan Burke, Brett Stapley, Cole Gallant, who got the game winner 6:50 into the third, and then Brandon Cutler added an empty netter at the end. What an effort by Dante Januzzi, who saved 29 of 31 as he gets his team leading 11th win of the season. Utah wins the nail-biter 4-2 as the Wheeling 12-game winning streak comes to an end. Once again, the final score for Maverick Center, it's Utah Grizzlies 4 and the Wheeling Nailers 2. We'll come back with a post-game report in 30 seconds, and we'll let you know who the 3 stars of the game are as everybody goes home happy as the Grizzlies pick up their 22nd win of the season. This is Utah Grizzlies hockey, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.
From commercial to recreational truck accessories, Mountain Land Truck Outfitters has got what you need. Flatbeds, spray and bed liners, lifts and leveling kits, wheels and tires. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters proudly uses a brand you know and trust. And with our experienced, knowledgeable, and friendly staff, your visit here will be informative and enjoyable. Stop into our convenient location in Provo at 265 South 100 West or call 801-225-4637 to get a quote for your fleet or individual truck. Mountain Land Truck Outfitters.
Boy, what a victory for the Grizzlies tonight as they win 4-2 to end the Wheeling 12-game winning streak. Boy, it's tough to really figure out who the three stars of the game are, except for maybe Mick Messner, who had 4 assists and was a +3 in the victory. So for the second straight game, the Grizzlies have a player get 4 assists. Remember, Kyle Mayhew had 4 assists last Saturday in the 6-5 overtime win against Idaho. Tonight, it's Mick Messner who gets 4 assists. And we were wondering if we would see overtime here at Maverick Center. Well, when the Grizzlies needed it the most, they came up big. Cole Gallant scored what turned out to be an even strength goal. Remember, the penalty that was taken by Koopman was .450 into the third period. Gallant scored .650 into the period. So it's not considered a power play goal, but obviously Koopman wasn't out of the box long enough to enter into his own zone and have some sort of effect on the play. 3 stars of the game. Third star is Brett Stapley, who scored Utah's second goal of the night. Stapley now has 6 goals in his last 6 games. He was a +1 and had 4 shots. Stapley has 15 goals on the season. He also leads the Grizzlies with 42 points. The number 2 star is Mick Messner, who assisted on all 4 of Utah's goals. I believe on at least 3 of the 4, if not all 4, he ended up with the main assists on the goals. Messner will fire a lefty pass all the way into row 5 of section 114 with a T-shirt. The number 1 star tonight, he scored what turned out to be the game winner. It wasn't on the power play, but Cole Gallant fired away from the right wing. He gets his 8th goal of the season. Gallant has 8 goals on the year. The Western Michigan product has certainly been outstanding in his first full season as a pro. Gallant was a college teammate with, I believe, one of the Wheeling players back at Western Michigan University. What can you say about Cole Gallant? His speed has certainly made an impact. When the Grizzlies acquired him before the season had started, he was acquired in a trade for what turned out to be Corey Thomas. I don't know, I think the Grizzlies knew they were getting a good player, but Cole Gallant has really been quite the playmaker for the Grizzlies. Speaking of his college teammate, it was the guy that Wheeling had just signed, Jamie Rome. Rome played at Western Michigan University and was a teammate of Cole Gallant's. Well, let's go over the scoring in tonight's game. Grizzlies really dominated the first and third periods, and Wheeling got the better of Utah in the second frame. Utah scored 11-11 into the first. It was a power play goal. It was the second half of a double minor for high sticking. Nathan Burke got a 16th of the year, which ranks second on the club. Messner and Gallant picked up the assist. So Cole Gallant, we mentioned the game-winning goal. He also had 1 assist tonight, and that was on Nathan Burke's power play goal, 11-11 in. Utah ended the night officially 1 for 6 on the power play, but remember, Gallant scored exactly 2 minutes after the penalty was committed. So it's not a power play goal, but it kind of has that same effect. And special teams certainly made a big difference for the Grizzlies tonight. So Burke got the opt-in first goal of the game. In fact, you can bid on that game puck on the Dash Auction app right now. In fact, you can bid on the Grizzlies game-worn jerseys that they wore not only tonight, but they're going to wear tomorrow evening as well. And I think the auction goes up until tomorrow night. You can go to the Dash Auction app, get the game puck, get a game-worn jersey, and I think there's some other cool stuff on the Dash Auction app as well. So Nathan Burke gave Utah a 1-0 lead, 11-11 into the first period. The Grizz extended the lead to 2-0 as Brett Stapley got his 15th of the year, 17:34 in. Mick Messner picked up the only assist on that goal. Utah led 2-0. They outshot the Nailers 13-10 in the first period. In the second period, Wheeling got goals from two different defensemen. Isaac Bolivu, I'm going to try to make sure I get that name right tomorrow if I didn't get it right tonight. He picked up his 9th of the season. I thought Peter Laviolette was busy. Not only did he commit multiple penalties, but he certainly made an impact on tonight's game. Laviolette and Sebastian Durbin got the assist. The time of goal, 3:24 into the second period. Later on in the second, Louis Rail scored 9:49 in. It was unassisted. It was Rail's first of the season. He had 4 goals for Wheeling in 60 games last year. So that tied it up at 2, and that's where it stood after 2 periods. The Nailers outshot the Grizzlies 12-10 for the period. So the third period, game was on the line, tied at 2, and the Grizzlies put together 20 shots in the third period, including 11 scoring chances. So you talk about not only getting a good quality, but also getting a good quantity tonight. Grizzlies 43 shots on goal, and 23 of them were considered to be scoring chances by the off-ice officials. 20-9 was the Grizzlies' shot advantage in the third period. Utah ended up scoring 2 goals. Cole Gallant got what turned out to be the game winner, 6:50 in, with Robbie Stucker and Mick Messner getting the assist. And for Messner, that was his 3rd assist of the game, 3rd of 4 at least. And then for Robbie Stucker, well, I thought he played an outstanding game. He really controlled the action. He does a great job keeping his head up and surveying things. He looked like he's going to be a pretty good addition. I've been really impressed with what I've seen from Stucker over his 3 games in a Grizzlies uniform. He gets his first point in a Utah uniform. He had 11 assists earlier this season with the Iowa Heartlanders. So Gallant got the game winner, 6:50 into the third, and then Utah really did a great job when the score is 3-2, intercepting centering passes, forcing everything to the perimeter. Wheeling had 4 scoring chances of the 9 shots they had in the third period. Otherwise it was a pretty evenly played game, but special teams, which hasn't been a strength for the Grizzlies this season. Special teams made a difference. Wheeling was 0 for 3 on the power play, and the Grizzlies, obviously, we mentioned 1 for 6, but obviously the game winner was exactly 2 minutes after a Wheeling penalty. So you can pretty much chalk that up as to being a power play goal, even though it's not going to be listed as such on the box score. The Grizzlies did a good job there in the final minutes, not letting Wheeling get a good look there to tie it up. I mean, Martell had a pretty good look on a centering pass late in the third period that Januzzi was able to make a glove save on. But what can you say? Great defensive effort for the Grizzlies, and they certainly earned the 2 standings points tonight. Mick Messner got his 4th assist of the game as he was at neutral ice and just kind of pushed it ahead to Cutler. Cutler got the puck. He got around Bolivu and ended up sliding it past the goal line. I know there's a lot of controversy last week about the slap shot into the empty net. And Cutler just kind of pushed it in, but Wheeling did have a couple pushes for Utah after the whistle. And so Utah picks up a 4-2 victory as, hey, the Eccles are here in town. As we're having a good time here as the Wheeling 12-game winning streak comes to an end. Grizzlies have played outstanding here at home as of late. Hey, what can you say? The Grizzlies begin the homestand on the winning note. Utah put together a winning month of January, and they're off to a good start here in the month of February. 4-2 the final score over the Wheeling Nailers. Once again, the 3 stars, Brett Stapley with 1 goal. He was the 3rd star. Mick Messner with 4 assists. He's the 2nd star, and with 1 goal and 1 assist. That 1 goal turned out to be the game winner. Cole Gallant is the number 1 star of the game. Grizzlies stay in 5th place in the Mountain Division, partly because the Allen Americans were able to come up with a victory over Tulsa. So right now, Utah is still 2 points behind Allen for 4th place in the Mountain Division standings, as Allen now has 47 points. And for the Grizzlies, their record goes to 22, 24, and 1. They have 45 standings points, 2 back of Allen for 4th place. As for the Wheeling Nailers, their 12-game winning streak comes to an end. Their record goes to 28, 17, 1, and 1 this season, as Wheeling stays in 2nd place in the Central Division. And 1st place is Toledo with 63 points. But with Indy getting a big victory over Iowa, Wheeling and Indy are now tied for 2nd place in the Central Division. So it looks like it's going to be an interesting race for both the Nailers in the Central Division, what seems to be loaded from top to bottom. And for the Grizzlies, obviously Kansas City and Idaho are well in control in places 1 and 2 in the Mountain Division. Can the Grizzlies find a way to not only pass Allen, but see if they can eventually pass Tulsa for 3rd place? It's certainly realistic. And if the Grizzlies play like they do tonight, they've certainly got a good chance going forward. Utah, they got just about 2 months left in the regular season, and I got a feeling if they play like they did tonight, and obviously there's been a lot of roster movement, the Grizzlies have been a little bit shorthanded on the blue line, as last week Josh Wesley was recalled to the AHL's Colorado Eagles, and yesterday Keone Teixeira was loaned to San Jose in the AHL. So the Grizzlies signed Cody Corbett, who's made his Grizzlies debut tonight. Corbett was even in the plus-minus category, and he had one shot on goal. Obviously, talk about the goal scorers, and for the Grizzlies, their best forwards turned out to be their best forwards tonight. Bocage, I think he got in a flight here earlier today. He had 6 shots on goal. I imagine as this series progresses, he's going to get more and more aggressive and be a little bit more involved in the offensive flow of things. But really, you talk about that forward depth. I mean, Wheeling had a lot of forward depth early in the season, but due to recent call-ups to the AHL, the Nailers have found themselves a little bit shorthanded on the blue line or on the forward lines. So because of that, the Grizzlies could take advantage of it here later this week, especially with the way things went here tonight. Former Grizzly Jordan Martell was a -1 and had 5 shots for the Nailers in their loss. So Wheeling has now won 12 of their last 13 games. Their 12-game winning streak comes to an end. For the Grizzlies, they've now won 7 of their last 8 home games, as they are now 15-7 on Maverick Center ice. We'll now wrap things up here from Maverick Center as the crowd is filing out of here. Good crowd of 6,506. Saw the Grizzlies defeat Wheeling 4-2. Time of game was 2 hours and 30 minutes. And the number one star was Cole Gallant with 1 goal and 1 assist. But really, you got to tip your hat to Mick Messner, who picked up an assist in all 4 of Utah's goals. Well, we'll talk tomorrow night, 6:50 pregame show, 7:10 face-off. But we want to see you here at Maverick Center. Here, tickets to UtahGrizzlies.com as Grizzlies Fight Cancer Weekend, presented by Mountain Land Supply Company, continues tomorrow night in the middle of a 3-game series. Well, that'll wrap things up. I'm Tyson Whiting, and it is what it is. We'll talk to you tomorrow night. You've been listening to the Grizzlies Hockey Network, presented by Rio Tinto Kennecott.